roads throw your way. Between August
.314 Williams Avenue and experience hometown banking at its best.
Are you ready for an adventure? Explore the incredible selection of Jeeps at Vance Auto Group of Woodward. Experience the unmatched capability, customization, and open-air freedom of a new Jeep Wrangler. This isn't just a vehicle, it's your ticket to adventure. Remember, while drives may come and go, true adventure lives forever. Don't miss your chance to drive home in a new Jeep. Visit Vance Auto Group of Woodward today, where the road to a better deal starts. Your adventure awaits.
And back in Woodward Stadium as we get set for Woodward. Alva getting a flash on this homecoming night. A little, hotter, Ely, if you will, tonight, but should still into a beautiful night. A little bit of wind, but at the end of the day, like we were telling Leland and Cersei on K101, it's homecoming. You want to get out there. You want to prove something if you're one of these Woodward players.
Yeah, you mentioned the weather. I mean, football's played in the most bipolar weather
conditions.
that you can have. I mean, like last week, Alva played and it was rain and downpour on them the whole time. That's not regular. And now it's perfect outside. You can't ask for much better. Maybe a little cooler, but it's homecoming. You know, got the line out there for the football players. Got the big blow up thing ready for them to come out. So. It's going to be a great game. It's been a great day. A lot of good homecoming festivities going on so far. So now we just await this highly anticipated homecoming game.
We've been talking about the Gold Bugs. We heard there from Coach Wilson a little bit in the interview. You know, it's essentially this group of guys has been waiting their turn, right? You got some juniors, some sophomores that, have kind of been behind some good players, some seniors for that matter too, that now this is their chance, if you're Alva, to kind of make your mark. And you know some of these kids. You've seen some of these kids growing up, being around Northwestern like you have. There's still plenty of good athletes on this Gold Bug roster.
Yeah, there absolutely is. And back to, always having someone to look up to for these guys, that's also a good thing. They've seen a lot of great athletes. They've seen a lot of great mentalities. They've seen a lot of winning. There's nothing wrong with instilling that in your young guys. And now these young guys get a chance to be the big guys and come out here and play against Woodward, try to beat their homecoming. But yeah, Alva definitely going through a lot of changes. Had some great guys in the past, so that's something Woodward can kind of take to their own.
Yeah, no Lance Mathers for the Bugs, no Cash Shipley, no Campbell Gaspard, but you got a new crop of guys I would argue, can have some big impacts. Guys like Trip Cole, the quarterback, good athlete, had the game-sealing interception last year against Woodward, and he's manning that position, kind of figuring things out. As we were talking to Craig Kilman earlier on the Alva side, he's a guy that's athletic enough that over summer kind of just said, hey, I want to go try this, and was able to succeed and kind of earn that role. And then he gets to some outside weapons, some guys that they'll try to get the ball to, like Jet Kellen, a young freshman that shows some good promise. Look at guys like Keaton Adair, as well as Coleman Gasper, you might hear a little bit. Obviously, Campbell's younger brother is Coach Wilson talked about. And then up front, you got a guy like Trace Hamilton, senior, that, has seen that success we were talking about, knows what it takes to be winners. So when it comes down to Woodward tonight, Ely, both teams in this game last year had a lot of turnovers. There's some penalties. It's probably not going to be the most beautiful game of football, considering how both teams want to play, physical defensively, and Alva wants to control that clock. But what does it come down to in your mind? What matchup is important for the Boomers? Is it simply just trying to stay disciplined? I mean, how do you've been on an option offense. How do you beat a good option offense?
Well, I think the biggest thing for Woodward is to stay grounded. I mean, they lost by 2 to this team last year, and Alva lost a lot. You know, that Woodward's got to let that not get to them. They can't come in here thinking, oh, we're just going to come out and win. No, these guys we just mentioned, Alva, these guys are athletes. I mean, these guys are multi-sport athletes. A lot of them play basketball. Alva's been really successful in basketball in the past, baseball even. So I think the biggest thing is just knowing that you have a full 4-quarter game ahead of you, and that you have to keep your head straight and play against these guys because they're not going to roll over.
Well, and you factor in the rivalry aspect, right? And we talked about it earlier where, yes, they hadn't met on the football gridiron in a long time. It's the first time since 1981 last year. But the competition's always been there. When you look at basketball, baseball, softball, you name it, they're playing each other every year. So it's not like these guys are unfamiliar with each other. And you know how it goes. You've been in rivalry games. You may talk to the other person, when you're off the field, whatever. You may be friends with them. But when you're for those opposing schools, you want to get that one a little bit more in a rivalry.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we were watching the pregame, these guys were down here kind of, giving the head nod, the helmet nod to each other. So these guys know who each other are. There's been a couple guys go to Woodward, go to Alva, in the past. So that kind of sparks a lot of things up. People know each other, but yeah, that makes everything so much better. That friendly competition can lead to a lot better things, a lot bigger things. It's a crappy game, so be ready for anything here on the field.
And with that, we'll go ahead and step aside for our final pregame break, and on the other side, kickoff coming up. It's Boomer Football on Z92 and Boomer TV.
At Bank of Western Oklahoma, we've been a cornerstone of the community since 1908. Being locally owned and operated, we understand the values and the culture that define Western Oklahoma. From supporting local farmers to helping small businesses thrive, we take pride in offering personalized banking solutions that reflect our deep understanding of Western Oklahoma. Discover the difference of a bank that's been by your side for generations. Bank of Western Oklahoma, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Woodward Steel, your tri-state leader in steel, wants to remind you that in addition to taking care of all your steel needs, Woodward Steel carries other important materials such as stainless, aluminum, 4-inch to 12-inch PVC pipes and fittings, and so much more. If you're in the shop or out in the field and in need of fabrication materials, don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call 580-324-8005 to talk with the staff, or visit the shop Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 210 48th Street in Woodward. Woodward Steel, your trusted tri-state leader in steel.
Every family has a story filled with chapters of love, laughter, and dreams for the future. But what if one day you're not there to help write the next chapter? Life is unpredictable, but your love for your family shouldn't be. With State Farm Life Insurance, Gwayne Matthews and Woodward can help ensure your story continues, even when you're not there to turn the page. Protect the chapters yet to come. Talk to Gwayne Matthews, because your story deserves to be told.
Life moves fast, and you deserve internet that keeps up. Say hello to Pioneer Fiber Internet with blazing fast gig fiber speeds designed for the way you live, work, and play. From ultra-smooth streaming and lag-free gaming to lightning-fast downloads and crystal-clear video calls, Gig Fiber gives you the speed and reliability to do it all. Ready to upgrade your internet experience? Visit GoPioneer.com to sign up today.
We are just moments away from kickoff at Boomer Stadium as we're preparing to take on the Bugs of Alva. And Ely, when we go over some, final keys for Woodward, I think the thing that has stuck out for the Boomers, in the first couple weeks on the side of things, you say, hey, we want to clean it up. It's got to be the turnovers. You've had 5 turnovers through 2 games, and a lot of times those have been while you were driving, right? A couple of those have been in the red zone one. Unfortunately, you were in overtime trying to win it, and came up with one there as both teams come out onto the field, watching on Boomer TV. But anyways, on that's something that you could clean up, in terms of just whether it's improving those reads, better ball security. It's been 4 interceptions, 1 fumble. The strength of this Boomer team, though, and I think, even talking with other people about it, they noticed the improvement on the offensive line this year, which is big. Obviously, the defense is still nasty, still has playmakers all across it. This Boomer team could just finish some drives tonight. That's where you're at. It seems like maybe the big difference.
Yes, it is. I mean, when you think about it in terms of turnovers, it's the reason you're 0-2. You could be 1-1 if you cleaned up those turnovers. You win that game down there in Guyman. But got a little distracted there. Yeah, but the turnovers can be cleaned up. And still waiting on this game. You mentioned the O-line, in terms of success. Still waiting on that breakout game, from Cash Carter through the air. But we've seen, him deep ball Cole Moore here and there, some crossers. So yeah, definitely seen some improvements in terms of the O-line. So and that's another thing we can take advantage of. I mean, Alva lost a lot of good defensive linemen, offensive linemen. These guys are in their first few weeks of playing down there in the trenches. So look for some of that.
Yeah, some of them are for sure in the skill position loss too. That's one of those things. Look, as good as these athletes we'll see here tonight, I don't know if there's another Lance Mathers on the field right now. But that guy was loaded. You saw him. Cash Shipley was a great one, and it goes both ways in that respect. But
let it go, gain 20 yards. So good job there. But the Boomers come out onto the field. I think the biggest thing is just keep it behind the chains. We mentioned it last week with Dodge City. I was going to run the football a lot. So this first down is one of the most important downs of the possession.
So there's 1st and 10 for Alva, and Coach Wilson's rightly pointed out they had it back at the 25. I believe it should be the 30. So they do move it up to a 35 proper.
Just 35?
That's what it is, yes.
I thought it was the 40.
No, sir. The Bugs 1st and 10 on their own 35. It is Cole under center. His man in backfield, a couple wings. They put man in motion. The Boomers, do they jump? Ooh, they might have. Gunner Pingleton had went in motion for Alva, and unfortunately for Woodward, start out with an offsides on the defense. That hard count got him just a bit.
Yeah, that's tough on the first play. Homecoming all week, you're so amped up, and on that first play, they get you with a hard count. Levi Harris was ready to get back there.
Those motions could get you. So 1st and 5 for the Bugs now.
They do start on the 40.
Oh, this guy. This guy. Hand off underneath and fighting forward for just a bit is Bentley London, the down back. And gains, I don't even think he gained a yard, it looks like. So thought he got a little forward progress, not the case. So no gain by Bentley London. That's what you want to see early from this Boomer defensive line. Trying to get that inside push. Levi Harris going more than the crew for Bates there. As it's Cole under center, a couple wingbacks, and down back straight behind him is London again. Now it goes in motion, Pingleton, and they don't hand it off this time. And a pitch, late pitch, and a big hit by Woodward. Ball's loose, so it's Cole Moore on the hit, and the Boomers scoop it up. No, they're saying incomplete. They're saying that was a forward pass. They're saying incomplete. but a well-defended option by the Boomers. They blew up the inside man on the handoff. Would have been Bentley London, and then Trip Cole with a late pitch to Gunnar Pingleton. And boy, Colt Moore absolutely laid one as a hit. And that ball went free, but they called a forward pass as Pingleton does get up, but it took him a minute. That one you could see he felt.
Yeah, that was a great job to stay home there from the Boomers. And Colt Moore, once he gets that speed, wasn't fooled by the option. I mean, he was right there as soon as the runner got the ball and laid a big hit. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. Great response there from that first down encroachment. And so big 3rd down here.
Boomers trying to force a 3-and-out to begin this game on the defensive side. As it is Cole under center, a couple wingbacks on the edge of the line, and the down back is London. Man goes in motion. Now we're looking to pass, dropping back as Cole rolls to his right, and Boyd just has to throw it away. His trip baits all over him. No receiver in the area, and the Boomers do get the 3-and-out.
Yeah, Tyler, I mean, we do have a flag as the white-haired, or excuse me, the white hat.
The white hat.
CJ's got that stuck in my head.
Yes. But they called it intentional ground. So I believe Woodward probably just declined this.
Climb that, take the ball.
Although, no, because you want to accept it because the loss of downs. So
Okay.
there we go. So we still get penalty in the fourth.
Look at you.
I know.
No, that's three great plays there from the Boomers. Get your offensive ball quick, defense off the field. Good start there from the Woodward Boomers.
So getting back to receive the punt will be Colt Moore, as Alva has come out of punt formation with 11:09 left first quarter. The first drive completed snap over the head for Alva on the punt, and now it's loose, able to pick it up, and a big hit laid deep inside the 20-yard line for the Boomers. And not able to handle the snap was Tate Maltby, the junior. Just went over his head, had to retreat it back. The Boomers come up with a big tackle. Is that our boy Baylor Short down there?
It was, and I tell you what, if I'm Cash Carter, this is probably the happiest I've been as a quarterback in Woodward. I mean, you're getting your first play of the game. You're on the opposing 19-yard line.
Yeah.
I mean, 19 yards and you get 6 points. That's not much to ask from your offense.
That is not. So Woodward takes over at the Alva 19-yard line. You said with 11:02 left first quarter, as it is Cash Carter leading the Boomer offense. Begin their drive. Got 2 receivers left, one to his right, man, backfield draft, and beside him Bates as a up back. Carter rides the option, gives the draft, has a hole to the 5. Touchdown, Woodward on the first play for the offense. Jake Graff got a nice hole, exploded through it, and Graff has all 3 touchdowns this season for Woodward so far.
Yeah, 3 for 3, and but the offensive line gets credit there too. I mean, they freed up Jake Graff with the easiest decision of his life. Just run straight, great blocks, untouched. So 6 points there for the Boomers. Just 10 minutes, 57 seconds left in the first quarter. Can't ask for much better as they bring on the PAT.
Mr. Nathan Lewis on the kick. Did a phenomenal job. Has done a pretty good job this season. The senior hit a 35-yard field goal. He's been good on his extra points. Here is the extra point, and right through the uprights, it is good. So the Boomers take an early lead, 7-0 on homecoming night, with the ultimately generous field position they're given after the high snap on the punt, and then able to succeed more that hole up the middle. I mean, that's reminiscent of what we saw against Guyman. Seeing that running room, Ely, you've been there. Backs love that, like when they see that type of green in front of them.
Yeah, that's when you can really break out the speed that you have. You know, show the reason that you are the running back. Obviously, you put the speed at the running back, so you got to showcase a little bit of speed there. So once again, great job from the offensive line. Great job from the Woodward defense. You know, able to get back there to the punter after the snap. You know, not give him any room. Big hit there. Couldn't ask for much better if you're a Boomer.
Hey, some we didn't get to in the pregame show because obviously had homecoming festivities. Monte Sanchez, by the way, your homecoming queen tonight. Congratulations to her. They did not crown a king. But the Woodward softball team yesterday hosted Kingfisher, wound up winning 2-1 in extra innings. Good district win there. But I think more importantly for both teams, they helped support the Miko softball team, who obviously had that very tragic crash. A lot of those players still recovering. Raised $2,221 yesterday for that pitch in from Mako, as they call it. So Woodward on to kick it off again as Luke Talley boots this one again to Austin A. there on the left side. Fields it about the 15-yard line, trying to find a run line. Cuts it back across the field. Still hasn't gained any yards. Finally gets across the 20, and did the ball come out late? Ooh. Nope. looks like it was tackled down by the Boomers as Adair gets to the 25-yard line, and that's where Alva begins her drive.
Mr. Caleb Hutton on the tackle there.
That special teams coverage pretty solid. Made
been.
Adair cut all the way back and didn't find much. So Alva is going to come out on the drive where the only yards they gained the last time out was penalty yards. Bugs going to try to move the ball forward this time. 10:47 left first quarter. Woodward up 7-0 early. It's Cole under center, has a down back behind him. Man goes in motion. They do hand it off to him. It's Gaspard trying to get to the edge. He's strung out. Colin Bourne, a host of Boomers there, and they drag him down in the backfield near the 20-yard line. We'll see if they give him forward progress. They do a little bit to the 21, but this Woodward defense swarming early.
Yeah, they're doing a great job in pursuit of the football. You know, as soon as the runner got the football, I mean, it seemed like 3 Boomers were trailing him. So that's a great job from the Boomers. You know, keeping behind the chains. Obviously, second long here. Now you can really try to take advantage of the Gold Bugs having a lot of ground to make up.
This is not where an option offense wants to be, behind the sticks like this. Second and long for Alva. Second 13, they say. This is Cole under center. They just call his own number on the keeper, but Bowen Borden right there all over it and takes him down after a very short gain, maybe a yard.
Yeah, maybe. It looks like they're going to give him a solid yard there. Still, great job from the D-line there to, you know, kind of sniff that out. And third and long.
Bowen Borden just essentially playing almost nose guard with the way they're aligned tonight. He was all over that. So third and 12, they say for the Bugs. 9:35 remaining first quarter. Woodward leads 7-0. As Cole under center has 2 receivers to his left, 2 right, just a man in the backfield, the down back. Bit of a spread look, if you will. He is looking to pass. Throws over the middle, caught by Coleman Gaspard. He's got some room, has the first down, 45-50. It's a foot race, 40, 35, 30, and he's taken down from behind by Cash Carter. The quarterback making the touchdown-saving tackle, and a big play for Coleman Gaspard off a good throw from Trip Cole.
Yeah, Tyler, that definitely caught the Boomers off guard. You know, that's something they definitely didn't expect. Good play call there from the Gold Bugs coaching staff, but you know, good moves from Coleman Gaspard. He got the ball in his hand, made a couple moves, so credit there. But that definitely caught the Boomers off guard, and you know, they'll be ready for it now.
About 50-yard gain for Alva as you go from your own 23 up to the 27 in that Boomer territory. And now a fumble on the quick snap by Trip Cole, and has to just dive on it for no gain. Looked like maybe he was calling his own number. And he tried to get it and fall. Did for maybe a yard.
That did seem kind of like a designated quarterback sneak there, and it looked like Mr. Cole tried to take off before he got the snap.
So it winds up being 2nd and 10 all the way. Maybe gave him a couple inches. Yeah, he checks back to the sideline. Coach Wilson, Alva tonight's wearing the white jerseys, black pants, black numbers and tips. Gold Bug Trinity, black helmets as well. 8:20 left first quarter. Cole under center, 2 wing backs, a down back, and a receiver each side. And motion manning around. It's Pingleton, and he gets the handoff, and it's missed and dropped by the Boomers as they're able to get him on the edge. And for Woodward,
Mr. Dylan Wheel.
Dylan Wheel. So we got Short wearing 21, Wheel wearing 20. So
It's kind of easy for me to remember.
yes. Will did a good job staying home right there as he dropped Pingleton for a loss of 1. 3rd and 11 for Alva.
You can't ask nothing more from your no outsiders, kind of pushed out in there, if you will.
Well, and Ely, you know, running this type of offense, if a team's going to stop it, they've got to have an assignment on every guy, right? That's what it boils down to. 3rd and 11 for the Bugs. Cole under center. Rolls to the right, looking to pass, has some pressure on him. Trip Bates gets to the backfield and gets the sack. Bates able to beat Zachary Nichols off the edge. Nichols, unfortunately, a freshman. Talented, but it's not easy for a freshman on a road start like this to deal with a guy like Trip Bates.
Yeah, and he's not the biggest guy, and Trip Bates, you know, has got some size on him. You know, Trip Bates was able to power through and get to Trip Cole. So 4th and about 90 miles here for the Gold Bugs.
Just about passed out. Almost double. So 4th and long for the Bugs. They're lined up looking like they're going to go for it. You're in a field position when you're in Boomer territory. Cole under center, 2 receivers right, a couple wingbacks each side, the down back. Motion Pingleton and Cole trying to call his own number. It looks like some miscommunication. He falls forward for a couple yards, but that will be it. And it's a turnover on downs for the Bugs, as being able to get there for the Boomers to make that tackle is Mason Brown, the freshman.
Yeah, something definitely didn't go their way there in the preparation for that play. That's definitely not what they wanted to do. So good job there from the Boomers. React well to that.
Well, you talked about this with CJ when we checked in on K101. It's that inexperience, right? These guys are getting those reps, and it's not easy sometimes to take that from practice again. We've been there. We've seen it with Boomers.
Yeah,
it's not always easy.
It's not something you can work out in practice. You have to be in the game. You have to feel that rush to get through it. It's going to take some time.
Woodward got on their own 36. Carter in the gun. Hand off again to Graff. Another good hole. 45-50. Gets a block downfield. Runs past man. 40-30. Jake Graff is gone again. 2 for 2 on his carries and touchdowns. And Jake Graff showing his speed. And he is piling them up now.
I'm getting flashbacks to Oregon OSU. Two plays, 2 touchdowns. Jake Graff,
wow.
two carries, 2 touchdowns. Once again, perfect blocking. Can't ask for much better.
Well, and you got to shout out that line because you don't spring a 64-yard touchdown run like that without some good blocking. To your point, Graff really didn't get touched until he was pretty much almost all the way downfield.
Yeah, and when someone gets 12 yards downfield untouched, that's a hard person to bring down.
So Lewis on for the extra points. And that one a bit low and just gets in. That was a bit of a knuckleball.
Oh, I'll be honest, I didn't think that went in, but
it looked odd, but they're going to give it to him on the extra points. So Woodward, 2 offensive plays, 2 touchdowns, as both TD runs by Jake Graff. One a 19-yard run, and the other 64 yards to the house. Woodward leads 14-0 with 6:35 left in the first quarter. And Ely, I don't think you could ask for a much better start if you're the Woodward team.
No, absolutely not. I mean, you've let up one positive play to Alva. 50 yards. Obviously, you don't want that, but you responded very well. 3 plays was a turnover, and then you've had 2 offensive plays. I mean, Cash Carter ain't had to do much. Just hand the ball off, and the offensive line and Jake Graff take care of the rest. So, picture perfect start here for the Boomers and the fans.
Great Plains Bank, heritage, trust, respects. These are the things that make Great Plains Bank great. With deep roots across Oklahoma and Texas, they're in touch with the communities in which the customers live and work. M&D Enterprises and Lawnmower Shop, your best lawn, porch, or patio. M&D Enterprises and Lawnmower Shop are your people. They carry everything you need to make your greenscape that little piece of heaven you've always dreamed of. Locations in Woodward, Jim, and Weatherford. M&D Enterprises and Great Plains Bank, powering the sports. Tally back on to kick it off. Got a couple. Oh, excuse me. No, it's not Luke Tally. They swapped it out. They've now gone to Mr. Nathan Lewis for the kickoff. So swapped out Luke Tally for Mr. Nathan Lewis. We've been doing the extra points. So Lewis jogs up to it. A little delay there. Ooh.
Nice kick.
It was a decent kick. We'll carry it back, and Gasper falls off his hands just in front of the 10-yard line. He picks it up, cuts his way to the 20, 25, flags down as Gasper tackled down by Wheel just short of the 30, and he had multiple flags on the play on that return.
Yeah, I think it's going to come back. I think it was number 89 there, 88, excuse me. Maddox Beck kind of had to hold on to Baylor short, or it was going to be a rough time for the runner.
But the other dynamic duo, the 20 or 21 combo, was there.
Yeah, he was. He was.
There's a holding, as we were talking about. So Alva back it up inside the 15-yard line. Looks like the marker at the 13 as where Alva begins this drive.
Give it.
Got that big play for him on the last possession, but ultimately it's stalled out.
Yeah, one thing I want to say is a shout out to the Boomer faithful. It is absolutely packed here.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen it with this many people. People still coming in, so shout out to them.
Play down in the backfield for the Boomers as Pinkerton trying to get something going in the backfield. Before that, false start. So the play blown dead.
Smacking me.
I guess, yeah. So illegal shift is what they call on out. And Woodward's going to go ahead and take the loss. Thought the rest got blown dead, not fair. So it is a big loss. Pinkerton was taken inside the 10 after 9, dropping 4.
I would look for the Boomers to send the house here, deep in their own territory, 2nd and 15, and they're on the 10-yard line. So I'd look for some pressure at the quarterback.
Full under center, man emotionally, pitch out to Gasper, nice one-handed catch, but he's way in the back there. Strip bait all over him, and they drop him at the 5-yard line, maybe before Woodward. Now, playing great assignment football on defense.
Yeah, and one thing we're seeing that's way better than it was there in week 1 is not letting anybody get outside of the the outside safety right there when they're playing in that zone. So that's something we saw them struggle with in week 1 against Guyman. A lot of guys were able to get to that sideline, get some speed, and Alva not having any success doing that now.
Well, to your point, I mean, whether it's Bates, whether it's Brown, whether it's Wheel, somebody's there in that gap before you can even think about the sideline. So Cole under center on third, and very long to Bugs will call his own number, runs into to a host of boomers. I think that might have been Colin Bourne that got in first. Not much game there for Trip Cole. There's another 3 and out for the Bucks. It was Colin Bourne in. Again, it looks like it's 1, maybe 2. So this would be a punt deep in the end zone for Tate Malden. And, with how the snap went the first time, let's see how this goes. I want a cleaner snap. He's able to get it down and put the boot into it. Bit of a lower kick, gets across the 25, but Woodward going to start well in their own territory at about the 27, maybe 28-yard line, and another great starting field position for the Bucks.
You think they hand it to Jake Graff?
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? That's
absolutely.
We ran the same play twice and scored twice. Back in the day, they just call that good offense.
Good blocking. I mean, and that's what it has been.
Take it over at the Alva 27 of the Boomers with 4:48 remaining first quarter. They lead 14-0. I've had 2 offensive touchdowns, both runs, both by Jake Graff. 119 yards, 164. Carter and Gunn, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Bates, yet back, and Graff behind him. Another handoff to Graff, sure enough. This time, though, Alva able to plug it up. As Graff able to fall forward for a gain of a few, but Alva ready for that one.
Yeah, and I'm sure the coaching staff over there on the Alva side was like, hey, they're going to run the ball. They're not going to stop until we stop it. So be there and be ready.
Graff ultimately gets 3 yards, makes it second and 7 at the 25. Carter just played from Coach Schneidberger on the sideline. As it is Carter and Gunn, 2 receivers right, 1 left. And the side Carter in the first area Bates, excuse me, and Graff in the backfield. Carter looking for a quick pass this time, wanting to get to Cole Moore and tip, and they'll say incomplete. Thought Alva had an interception as it was Pingleton getting a hand on it and almost coming up with that interception. They say incomplete, and then there's a flag way upfield.
Yeah, good job there from Pingleton. I think he saved a touchdown. That ball was going to Colt Moore, and he had one guy about 10 yards downfield make miss, and Colt Moore's good at doing that.
See what the penalty is. We're starting to back up and maybe on the Boomers. There was some. I didn't get to see what happened, but a lineman was way downfield for Woodward. A couple bugs there, so maybe some unsportsmanlike potentially. I don't know.
Maybe a legal man downfield.
That could be as well. Yeah. Ultimately, we go for holding against Woodward. And dead ball, personal foul against Alva. So they're going to apply the hold, and then since the personal foul is dead ball, they'll pump it forward. So at the end of the day, Woodward, one of the deals will they'll get a gain of 5, essentially on the play.
Yeah. Gain of 5 by default. Great play there from Pingleton, though. He had to jump up there, almost brought it in. It would have been a big play for him.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's not like it was thrown right to him by any measure. He had to jump for that. No question. You know something about hops? You've seen those guys. You've been all over the
I don't know about hops, but I appreciate it.
Reality is he can't jump over a phone. No, I kid. He could jump over. I've seen it. I've watched.
Giving me.
Now we're going to take a timeout before this second short. Let's Coach Wilson wanted to talk about some things with his bugs. With 4:02 remaining in this first quarter. Bank Western Oklahoma, Advance Auto Group, Pioneer Broadband Services, Steeling State Bank, Billy Matthews, State Farm, Woodward Steel, High Plains Tire, and the Enterprise, Northwest Gas, Great Plains, and Northwest Health Realty, Real Estate, I should say, all Pioneer sports this season. And the Boomers, great week here with homecoming, and as Sonny Blake said, the celebrations, the dress of those, and all that was going on. Being able to rally good causes. Metro, a lot of thoughts with you. Those involved with the EMS yesterday as well. So that being said, they get a chance to kind of relax a little bit next week, the bye week, and we begin district play. We go on the road against Alva, number one team considered in 4A, the state champs last year as well. We could really see what you're made of against the Alva.
The Elgin Owls. Won state last year, correct?
Yes. There's a group had 2 Division I offensive linemen for the team. Thankfully graduated. 4:02 left first quarter, out of the timeout. Boomers second and 2. They'll hand off the rack inside again. Able to tread forward for a few yards. Does have the first down as he gets to the 15-yard line. And that's where they will drop it. So a 5-yard gain for Graff. And that seems boring, but that's only because he had such explosive first round.
Yeah, you get a little spoiled after two touchdowns on 2 plays, 2 same runs right up the middle. So, but hey, we'll take 7 yards anytime we can get it.
Yeah, you will. First and 10 from 15 for the Boomers. Formation there, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Bates, David next to Carter in the pistol, behind him, direct. Low snap, Carter has to pick it up and just run with it. He's going to turn it to the left side, trying to be his man to the edge. Gets there and steps out of bounds just before the 10-yard line. Gunnar Pingleton, good effort to push him out because Carter was quick to react to that and almost turned it upfield.
Yeah, and if he would have got by him, I mean, he walks into the end zone there. So, credit to Goldbug's defense, like you said.
A 4-yard run for Carter off the broken play. To the 11, second and 6. 3:28 remaining first quarter. As Woodward's pace now, kind of playing Alva's game, saying, hey, we're not going to rush ourselves. This is a team that, ultimately with the offense they play, you struggle to come from behind. Why not squeeze that clock there? Second and 6 for the Boomers. Carter in the gun, motions out, draft in the backfield, but they'll hand it up. The up man, Bates, the big man, going to take it inside the 5 and take it down at the 4. Hey, let the defensive end get a little carry in there.
Yeah, and he gets the first down, inside the 5, just enough of that first down. So now it's just first and goal, and you got four tries to get 4 yards.
And it is first and goal for the Boomers at the 4, as you mentioned. A chance to 3 touchdowns would be huge for your momentum here, especially early first quarter. And the Dodge City did to the Boomers last week. And even though the Boomers were able to kind of stall that after that, 3 touchdowns is a little tough to overcome sometimes.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns before you can get one, and in the first quarter is a little defeating.
Carter in the pistol, 2 receivers out, 1 left. And a handoff to Graff. This time has the blocks and then to the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of this first quarter. It is Jake Graff on the Boomer offensive line. Really enjoying Hunkin right there.
You say Jake Graff's got every touchdown for the Boomers this year?
He has. Not all the points, but he has all the touchdowns. Boomers wound up punching it in, make it 50-0 with 2:52 first quarter. Nathan Lewis on for the extra point. There's the snap down. That time nice and clean all the way through Mr. Lewis, and the Boomers D&D lead 21-0 with 2:52 left in this first quarter. And you talked about, those guys wanted to play for the crowd a little bit extra tonight. Knew it would be a little bit more packed. Those usually do bring a pretty good crowd. Like I said, it is really nice tonight. Not a lot of open seats. And right now they're rewarding those fans with this.
That they are, and the weather's rewarding them too. I think the temperature has dropped just a little bit. So, but no, good job there from the Boomers. Couldn't ask for a better first 10 minutes of a football game. Just need to keep that going. Don't look back, because 3 touchdowns can be eclipsed in 3 quarters if you're not careful.
Well, we saw Alva to that point bust that big play with Coleman Gaspard. So it's not like they can't produce big plays.
Yeah, and down 3 touchdowns, we've been here before, trying to find things that work. You don't want to let Alva try to find something that works against you.
That's right. Drive ultimately 6 plays, 73 yards for the win. As they go back to Luke Talley for the kickoff. They had Nathan Lewis kick the last one. Now Talley back on the kick this time.
Lewis probably just convinced Coach to let him get one.
So hey, let me get it. Alva with the 8 airs and Gaspard back to return. Talley to it. This time they're sidewinded, and that goes out of bounds at about the 25. So unfortunately for Luke Talley, Big plays Chris will see like on some of his kickoffs. It's been good the first couple of weeks. Just trying to play good. So that'll give Alva starting field position at their own 35. 2:52 left in the fourth. Picturesque night. Not the only homecoming in the area, if you will, tonight. Maryland having a homecoming, as we talked about earlier. Shattuck also going to support Bible with their homecoming. So a lot of teams now have gone through that. This is that time of year. September, later in the season, get that homecoming up and out of work.
It's homecoming, you know, you want to have it when it's not cold outside, so all the fans want to come. So I think it's a smart thing to do early on in the season.
Coleman back to pass, looking for a quick one to the outside. It is caught by teammate there, trying to turn on field though. Trip Bates all the way out there, and I believe, yeah, Dylan Will as well. This will be every taller Dylan Will getting out. Trip Bates is back there. Every taller Dylan Will getting in on it. And they surround around it as well. So they were all gain of one, they said. There you go now.
Good job there reacting. You know, throw outside. Haven't seen that one yet from the Gold Bugs. Boomers looked like they expected it.
Second and 9, they'll say. Cole under center, man. Thanks for that going motion was Pingleton, and now we got so Pingleton started the motion and then did put on the boots.
I think Pingleton was on the wrong side of the motion. Pretty sure the other side was supposed to motion. A little confusion there.
Back them up 5, make it 2nd and 14 for the Bugs. Clock ticks to 2:10 left in the first quarter. Cole under center, couple in back each side, down back. Receiver's side. Cole looking to pass, looking to the right side, but now there's some pressure. Flush out by Bates, floats it towards the sideline. Hanging there, Coleman, or no, not Coleman Johnson. That would be Jet Kellen, the freshman who we talked about earlier as a potential good athlete. He came back to that one, made a nice catch.
Yeah, that was good pursuit to the ball. Cole threw it a little bit behind him. Kellen did a good job to, you know, turn around and backtrack to that ball. Good catch.
Ultimately getting a gain of 12 yards in the third and the short track. Kellen with the catch.
Big third down here for the Boomers. Your Gold Bugs aren't quite in a good enough territory, good field position to go for it on 4th down. So get a stop here, expect a punt.
Alva had one first down, is tied at first quarter. On a big catch by Coleman Johnson. Cole under center. He's going to try to call his own number and take it up the middle. He didn't get it. Boomer's able to stand him up and push him back. Gain maybe a yard and a half.
He's just a bit short. Maybe might see a 4th down play here from the offense.
He did that forward progress. Needed to reach the 45 and got to the 44. 1 yard by Trip Cole. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Alva does have to snap this ball because the play clock's at 15 seconds. Let's see how Coach Wilson approaches. Sure enough, under center is Cole.
Watch the ball if you're the Boomers.
They do snap it. Cole trying to get that first down. Pushes the ball forward. It looks like he got just enough to get the first down. A second effort by Trip Cole gets the first down.
That's impressive there from the Gold Bugs, kind of winning that battle down low against the Boomers. A lot of good push there from the offensive line, freeing up just enough space for Cole to get that first down.
That he did. So gain of 2, only need the 1. First and 10 for Alva at their own 46. Now the game clock comes down to 10 seconds left in the quarter. Alva looks like in no rush to snap this. Likely will be the end of the first quarter. And indeed it is. So after 1, the Boomers lead the Bugs 21 to nothing here at Boomer Stadium on homecoming night. We'll step aside for a quick break. It's Boomer football on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Supporting communities in every way, Sealing State Bank is thrilled to bring hometown banking closer to you with a brand new branch in Woodward.
Welcome.
Now offering full-service banking close to home, from personal checking and savings to home and commercial loans, Sealing State Bank has you covered. Enjoy the convenience of mobile and online banking, wire transfers, and so much more. Sealing State Bank, your trusted partner in Woodward. Come visit at 2314 Williams Avenue and experience hometown banking at its best.
Life moves fast, and you deserve internet that keeps up. Say hello to Pioneer Fiber Internet with blazing fast gig fiber speeds designed for the way you live, work, and play. From ultra-smooth streaming and lag-free gaming to lightning-fast downloads and crystal-clear video calls, gig fiber gives you the speed and reliability to do it all. Ready to upgrade your internet experience? Visit gopioneer.com to sign up today.
Great move there from the offensive lineman. You know, got put the move on number 53. It's not on the depth chart there, but good move there from Carter to get around him, and Trip Cole never see him coming. Something so great to see from the Boomers. It seems like the Gold Bugs offensive line is getting no push on them. You know, the Boomers are always right there in the backfield, and against a run-heavy team, that's perfect.
That's what you want to see, no question. That's four on the center. Additional set, see each side, wing back, man backfield in motion. Goes Gaspard, Cole goes short to Pinkerton, who catches it, goes behind the line of scrimmage, and gets pushed out of bounds there. Bear short and on that tackle for the Boomers, as well as pitching on the inside. Mason Arnold able to pitch him out, and another loss for Alva, forces the fourth, very long as Pinkerton got pushed back to the 38.
That's what the Boomers have done good all year. Their pass protection, pass protection, pass defense. They've always done a good job of, you know, being there on the receivers, you know, just right there. Receiver caught the ball, had nowhere to go.
Punt for the Bugs. This one's solid, but a bit low, and now a chance to return it for Colt Moore. Line drive, able to get some blocks, cuts it to 40, 45, 50. He's got some room, 40, 30, has one man to beat, jukes it out, and all the Bugs able to catch him from behind, but a great return by Colt Moore all the way down to the 15-yard line in red zone territory. Austin Adair makes a touchdown save tackle.
I bet the coaches told a couple guys to stay back, because if Colt Moore gets ahead of steam, he's got nothing more but all the potential in the world to go all the way to the end zone. So good job there to stay back.
So get this drive started at the Alva 15 with 9:44 left in the half. Teams already lead 21-0, and another short field at that starting field position inside the Alva red zone at the 19. This one at the 15. As well as the Alva 27. So you can't complain about that. Carter again. Pistol off straight to his left, one right. Couple guys in the backfield. The hand off the grab. Another good hole. Tries to truck over a man getting into the end zone. Coleman Gaspard again making the saving tackle there. As Graff got all the way down to the 1-yard line. Graff didn't try to juke him. Said, I'm going to go over you if I can.
Yeah, he tried to truck through him, and I think if he would have hurdled, would have jumped right over him, because Gaspard went low.
I don't know if he could hurdle. Remember, they do have.
Oh, yeah, so.
May not have been an option, to be fair. Don't like to hurdle one in the high school ones. So, I know it's after every single team. Everything's wild, but it is safety. Rain safety. Either way, first goal for the Boomers at the 1-yard line. Trying to punch maybe up 4 scores. 9:05 remaining first half. That's Carter just going to hand it off to Graff, and he walks it in just about. Jake Graff, 4 touchdowns in this first half.
Wow. Senior night, coming out here, putting on a show. Jake Graff doing a great job. Homecoming night, not senior night.
We're not to
Dang,
night
golly.
but that's okay. The Graff put it on right now. Of course, that Boomer offensive line. We'll talk about that more in a second. As we make a little piece of it possibly. Either that or Lewis just caught off the wrong side of the foot. Either way, extra point, no good. To make it 27-0 in favor of the Boomers. Really, this offensive line, I don't think we can heat as much spray on heavily as possible because those big guys don't get a lot of credit usually. But they are opening some great holes right now.
Yeah, you got the coach down here talking to a couple of them right now. But when they're doing such great things, you also got to keep them grounded.
Yep.
Tell them some things they can improve on still. Even though it seems like everything's going perfect, there's always some things you can work on, and that's a big thing to do as a coach, and it looks to be the case right now.
Coach Snyder has had some experience with the O-line. He's got some good coaches in there that know how to teach offensive line as well. We're talking about the quarters and all that. And kind of like you said, hey, good job, but here's a couple things to watch out for, right? You can't let that get lazy if you also can go see.
Something the Boomers did while we were at break is announce the new members of the Woodward Hall of Fame.
Oh, yes.
Those include Melissa Hobbs for girls basketball, Bobby Holt boys basketball.
Hold that thought with this kickoff. I'll get back to it in just a second. The Boomers going with their new kickoff person at third, Sean Gill, the senior, and he's going with a bit of a targeted kick, short, bounces after 25 and taken by the Bugs. Mr. Austin Adair is he's able to get a couple yards up the field, but ultimately taken down by a heap of Boomers, and the flag comes out late. Pump kick. One of the Bugs. So if that was Austin Adair or not. Yeah, it was Austin Adair. See what the flag is. Get 2 points. You mentioned the Hall of Fame, and it is a face mask against Woodward. So I'm going to start out with good field position. The next Melissa Hobbs, girls basketball, Bobby Holt, boys basketball, Nick Laird with baseball, Tom Fisher, coach and educator, Ray Bell is the band director and educator, and Humble is their coach and educator. The 1983 girls track team, state championship team there, also honored, and of course, for the contributors, Campus Athletics, Eric and Daniel Williams. So that's them being part of the Woodward Hall of Fame. That ceremony will take place Sunday at the Woodward Conference Center. So we'll get some tickets for that. Send that away to the ceremony Sunday afternoon. Woodward leads 27-0 after the face mask on a kick return. Alva will start at their own 39. Better field position. There's that all right. That's Cole under center, trying to hand it off to his up back, and boy stood up and pushed back. Sure, Bates throwing more than on that. My goodness. And that on the carry was Bentley London, one of the seniors. He was quickly met by Bates and Moore.
Yeah, these guys have been eating dinner all night. They've been getting anything they want back there immediately. Yeah, and they're going to have to deal with it because it's going to have to be coming all night.
No game there. Second and 10. Big bonus. He's full on the center. Wing back each side, down back. Two shoes left. Man of motion, Gasper. Cole just going to keep himself on the option and does fight forward for a yard, maybe two. So he's taken down by a couple of Boomers. Levi Harrison on that.
Just nowhere to go. The Boomers are doing a great job of playing all assignments with that triple option. Nowhere to pitch it to, because if you pitch it, you got a guy back there, and if you don't make a decision too quick, the Boomers are there to tackle you.
Well, the thing about this, as you know, with the option is it's got to be an all night long. So that, you can do great for a couple of series, but as soon as you get a little loose on that discipline, that's when big things happen against the defense. To your point, Woodward so far has not shown any of that. So 3rd and 9 for Alva to say. Cole in the center, man motion, Gasper, the cross formation, quick pass for Cole, and dropped by Petey Adair. Had a hand on it, but just couldn't haul it down, unfortunately. And that forces the 4th down for the Bucks.
I think he might have heard some footsteps coming. They had 2 Boomers right there ready to put it on him, so might have been a business decision.
Well, and it was, you talk about the window. That was not a bad pass for Cole into a tight window. It was on where it needed to be, but, as a receiver, like I said, you're in amongst a couple people, you might hear those footsteps just a touch, trying to pull it in. So forcing another Alva punt. Tate Maltby on again, clean snap. And this one probably his best punt of the night as it gets inside the 25, taken by Colt Moore, trying to get that edge. Cuts it up to the 30. Has a little block, gets on the sideline, still going. 30, cuts it back. He's going to go 20, 15, 10, 5, and Colt Moore with the touchdown. He tiptoed down that sideline, kept it in bounds, and the Boomers made the right for what it looks like a 76-yard punt return. I have to get the exact yards. He was just inside the 25-yard line. Golly.
Wow.
With the speed.
Wow. He didn't even have to put a move on, just beat the guy to the outside, and it was a good night, Irene, from there.
Going off the extra point. It has been an explosive first half. They go 33-0, 7:17 left in the half. Nathan Lewis. Snap and now whistle as the count gets on. Not sure what call is here. Oh, equipment issue. It looks like for one of the Boomers, Levi Harris will have to come out and blame it on Mason Brown.
I wonder what it is.
Looks like something with his mouth plate. So he didn't have it in. That's what you're pointing to. Yeah, probably extra points. This time does get it down and up through the uprights.
What?
34-0 in favor of the Boomers.
What a job if you're Colt Moore. You get a 75-yard return touchdown, and you can't even come on the sideline and celebrate. You got to go hold the snap for the PAT, and then once you're done, you got to jog straight to the huddle for kickoff. So.
You know, this Boomer special team unit, we saw the draft day kick return touchdown week 1. Now you get the punt return. And it's got to feel nice being a coach, and you know you got two guys that are home run threats.
Absolutely, and it's got to feel good for Colt Moore finally getting one. You've had all these big plays, good catches, big plays on defense, and you finally get your 6 points. So just congratulations there to Colt Moore, and the coaches are going to give him a break. They put a substitution in there for him.
He's got some good stamina. I think it's fine, but probably well deserved. Well deserved, and like I said, the first non-Jake draft touchdown of the season. So, and you know that's not a disrespect to Cole. The fact that as we talked about these last 2 weeks, Cole got him in the Dodge City rightfully have paid a lot of attention to Mr. Moore where he is at all times.
Yeah, and that's also something that comes with it. If you're Colt Moore being such a great athlete, teams are going to key on you, and you're going to have to adjust to the fact that they're keying on you so well you can't be quite as effective as you want to be.
So, Mr. Gill on to kick it again for the Boomers. Sean Gill, the senior. And this one, a bit of a high kick, a little shorter, about the 26. It is taken by Keenay there. It's he'll get upfield across the 30, near the 35, before he's taken out of that. So a solid return for Keenay there.
Made a couple guys miss, but ultimately it was a good job for the Boomers to surround the ball carrier.
He's getting 34, not quite to 35. So Bugs, other than that 50-yard pass play, it has been the Boomer defense dominating Kansas right now.
Yeah, and it seems like they're always just one step ahead of the Gold Bugs, so need them to keep that up and build on this lead. Maybe try to get some of the younger guys in there at the end of the game.
And that's it's a lot more fun to do that when you're up as opposed to when you're down. But I feel good that some of these guys doing some a lot of numbers out this year. Nice JV game as well. So trying to get those reps. Cole motions the man around. Gaspard will pitch it to him, and in the backfield wheel all over it again. I mean, Gaspard had nowhere to turn it up to, and it got strung out with Dylan Will just right there in his face, taking him down for another big loss.
That was a good job there from Will, but ultimately it's a good job there from the Boomers because if Will doesn't get that tackle on Jake Graff's right there behind him after he makes that guy miss. So just great job there from the Boomers having a guy there, not only one, but 2 or 3 or 4. That just, helps secure that tackle.
So call it 2nd and 14 for Alva. It's a lost quarterback to the 30. And Alva's kind of taking their time. You're at that point right now in the offense. We're saying, hey, we're just going to run our plays. And it looks like play clock down to 1. And Coach Wilson going to take the time out to kind of drain some of that. Smith & Co. Auction and Realty, Oklahoma's real estate and land auction experts. Smith & Co. is your #1 choice for all your land auctions and real estate needs. 580-254-3975 or email ira@smithcorealestate.com. Northwest Glass, from residential and commercial glass to auto glass, doors, and mirrors. Northwest Glass has you covered. They do it all with expert care and quality service. Stop by 611 Texas Avenue in Woodward or give them a call at 580-256-4324. Northwest Glass, Smith & Co. Auction and Realty. Powering Boomer Sports this season. 6:24 left in the first first half, it has been all Woodward. Been 4 touchdowns from Jake Grett on the ground, a couple explosive ones. And then a punt return by Colt Moore, 76 yards to the house. Cash Carter is, unfortunately, he wants to be active, but he hasn't had to be very active. He just, it's handoff.
He's had some good plays on defense.
He has had a sack. Cole under center. Takes the handoff, goes with the pitch to the outside. It's Pingleton and trying to get the edge, but again, feeling wheel. Getting it done on the edge.
Yeah, he's been everywhere. A guy who hasn't played a lot on defense to start these past couple weeks. Been out there
some snaps, but not consistent. Right?
And he's been out there just about on every defensive snap, and his presence has been felt, doing a great job. But also, the way the Goldbugs run their offense, they're running a lot at him, and he's done a really good job of bringing that, keeping his assignment to where he's supposed to be.
Third and 15 now for Alva. He lost the yard. Back pass, Cole out in the shorts right side, trying to go to the flat almost, but just a little underthrown. Keaton Adair not able to come open. So Cole just couldn't get that one out there. That's a tough throw for any quarterback that far sideline.
Yeah, and it seems like it takes forever to get there for like 1 yard, and like in the pass that it is, it's about a 30-yard pass across the field, but it's only 1 yard down the side.
Yeah, and then depending on what your receiver does with it, could look great, could look. Fourth and 15 for the Bugs as they're lined up punt with 5:39 remaining in the half. Clean snap. Targeting that away from Colmore this time. They're just going to go out of bounds inside the 45-yard line, and they'll mark it about the 42. And that's where Woodward takes over their own 42-yard line. And smartly for Alva, keep it away from Mr. Colmore. See how the Woodward offense operates here. They did kick to start this game, so Woodward does get the ball to start the second half.
5.5 to go here. Quarter number 2. So
there's such thing. You hear the 2-minute drill. There's also not as talked about 4-minute drill. It's the we're going to be direct with their offense, but we're not going to hurt it.
It's been tough to not hurry if you're the Boomers here because there's been so much going for you.
Carter in the pistol, man to his right. Bates motions wheel out of the backfield. They hand off the back Bates, and he was able to get across the 45 and fight forward to the 48-yard line. Trip Bates with a gain of 6. I like this little wrinkle we're showing tonight with Bates. We haven't seen this the first couple weeks. Got that kind of up back and getting some of those first carries. That's not a bad, complimentary option to what you're doing with Big Red.
No, and right now is a great time to implement it. You might need some more beef on the running back if you ever need 1 or 2 yards. Trip Bates has a little better of a chance to fall forward if you need him to.
Love that beef. I like it. Second and 4 for the Boomers. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Carter looking for the short pass as he motion grabbed out of the backfield. There's a man in the back that's Trip Cole, who's able to make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Fokker blocked it. Cole made the impressive tackle. There was a flag in the backfield. It's a hold on the Boomers.
And I believe Trip Cole fought through the holding call as well.
Yeah.
It was a great play there from Cole. Colin Boren just kind of missed him just a touch. Tried to hold on to him, but Cole ultimately got the better of him.
Looks like Alva going to accept the penalty, so the hold will make it second and long for the Boomers.
It's one thing Woodward hasn't seen to start this game. Playing behind the sticks, a little bit of adversity. This is a good time for them to see what they can do behind the sticks, second down, try to break something out they haven't, try to see how things can be for them, moving down.
First time really they've been in this spot all night. Second 13 or so they call. Ball on the 38. They got to get to the 48 in the Goldbug territory. Carter in the pistol. Back pass, looking for the short side. Has Colt Moore. He's going to try to shake a man. Shakes 1, shakes 2. Up the sideline. That speed. 50. Has first down. 40. Sprinting his way. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Colt Moore said, let me get some space. And he goes to the house. 62 yards.
Man, that's awesome. I mean, 2 guys for the Goldbugs, not even blocked. Colt Moore just jukes one right, cuts it back to the sideline, and you're not going to catch him after that. So good job there from Colt Moore to make those guys miss and, you know, take that one to the house.
If you have not got to see Colt Moore either in track and the spring or in the football field run in open space, you need to. Because when he turns on that acceleration, boy, it is impressive. So 40-0 in favor of the Boomers with 4:10 left in the half. As Lewis, another extra point. That one high, long, and good for Woodward. And a flag comes out on the extra point attempt. See what the flag is. There's a holding on Woodward. So extra point going to have to be retracted.
And it's going to be a little harder.
Yeah, a little further on the distance, not the chip shot. So
Mr. Lewis has it for us, though.
he did show a little bit of range with that 36-yarder against Dodge City.
Tell you what, though, Boomer fans are lucky, happy, whatever you want to call it. They get
Their
Colt.
money's worth tonight.
They get Colt Moore next year too. They don't have to let him go after this year.
That's, you know, we've talked about this the last couple of years. You're a young squad, and now that junior class is kind of the bulk of your team, right? And you've got other great contributors as well, some seniors in there, some guys that are sophomores, maybe freshmen, but you're returning Colt Moore, Jay Graff, Cash Carter. You know, a lot of these cats that are making a difference.
And I mean,
All belong.
even on the line,
Yes.
junior heavy. Obviously, Bowen Morton's a senior. About to replace him, but no, he's not. Oh,
Trying to give him an extra year.
My bad.
There.
Yeah,
a
even-
year early, my guy.
shoot, even him.
Another one of those great juniors. And Lewis this time, hey, showed that distance. Really threw to that one too. So 41-0 is what the score goes to. So 4:10 left in the half. And I thought, you know, okay, Woodward's going to have a bit more of a longer drive, something to kind of, you know, drain the clock. Nope, goes 62 yards to Colt Moore. He's got 2 touchdowns in his first half, and it was all coming up with. Couldn't ask for better nights as well. It's a little hotter to start, but cooled down all right.
Yeah, once you get to about the second half, I mean, on a hot day like that, it's perfect after that. Once the sun goes down just a little bit, couldn't ask much more. I'm sure the coaches are having a blast out there. Their team's doing good. You know, the weather's perfect. I'm sure they're all connecting down there. So just a great day to be a Boomer.
Well, I bet some fun continue tomorrow as well. The youth football team, 34th grade, 56 playing here tomorrow.
I wonder who the PA is.
I don't know about that. I know official is going to be Chris Dawkins. We're going to have to keep that kickoff for Woodward. Taken by Adair just inside the 25. Gets up to the 40, tripping his way forward. Oh, a big hit at the end, but a good return from Adair.
Can't believe he stayed on his feet after that. Number 10.
Good bounce showed by Keith Adair. Took a bit of a shot at the end, but got near the 45 that Adair.
Elijah Nelson is the person who laid the hit on the runner there.
That makes the Nelson playing happy. Elijah been trying to get on the field. Dealt with an injury last season, kept him off of it. So great job for Elijah.
Had a few conversations with Mr. Nelson last year when I was down there on the sideline. Good kid.
Yeah. His dad's okay, I guess. Helps us possibly quite a bit. Appreciate it. So Alva takes over first and 10 at their own 45. Cole under center, pitches out to Gasper, who came across formation, and again firing upfield. Who else? Dealing wheel. They just can't block him right now. He is wreaking havoc.
He's one of those kids who has a high motor. I mean, you know, he loves to see all that contact coming. He loves that challenge, so he's doing a great job of reacting to Gold Bugs, you know, testing him.
Quality loss of 5. Make it second 15 for the Bugs.
Now I got a question, because I asked it for a reason. Did you not tell me you were doing PA tomorrow?
We don't worry about that.
So, if you guys want to hear some great PA announcing,
I don't know
come to
about that.
Boomer Field.
Hey, don't worry. Anyways, Cole under center man motion again with Gasper. Cole going to keep it himself this time and try to get upfield on the right side. Falls forward maybe a couple inches. With that.
Tyler.
Anyways, third fourth will start at 10 o'clock. We'll go over that a little bit at the half. They did have a couple of successful games earlier this week. One last week. Went to Canadian. Played Canadian. Took a trip uptown earlier this week as well. Third 15 for the Bugs. 2:45 left in the half. Cole rolling to his left, working to pass, trying to go downfield, and just a bit over his man. was looking for Gunnar Pingleton.
Yeah, and he had him. Pingleton had the step just a bit high, had the right amount of trajectory leading him. Just couldn't overflow him a little bit.
Just a tough one. That's one of those things as you're continuing to learn the position, that ball placement, not an easy thing to learn as you go forward.
On the run, throwing it back shoulder, not an easy task.
So forcing 4th and 15 for the Bugs. Fox, 2:39 left in this half. Kate Mulby again on the punt. Gets the snap high and trying to keep it away from Colt Moore. That one a little short. And Moore not able to really come up and do anything with it. And it is down by Keaton Abing. So a solid field position. It looks like the 32 is really marked on their own territory. Now you got the 2-man offense. He's been highly successful on just about everything he ran in his first half. See how the Boomers approach this.
Yeah, and the offense has been super energetic here. Obviously, they put up 41 points before the break, but arguably I'd say the defense has been the highlight of this game so far. They've played just a bit short of perfect. I mean, they've had two mishaps plays, and
2 big plays, allowed 50 yards.
other than that, they've been able to get the offense back on the field at any point they want.
Carter in the pistol, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Snap is low, it's past him. Carter going to have to get back on it. No, it's Wheel falling back, and Carter a smart move to turn around and just necessarily block to make sure Wheel able to fall on it. But it's a big loss on first down for the Boomers.
Yeah, it is, but as you mentioned, great job there, Cash Carter, ensuring that Wheel will be by his lonesome when he gets back to the ball. Good job there to, kind of turn into a blocker. Low snap, but see how they can react here. Second, and man.
Second and long, that was a 12-yard loss. You're looking at second about 22, 23. So the ball marked back at the 20. 2:05 remaining in the half. We're just taking their time. Play clock down to 5. And it might just be content to run this down and take a time out. And that is exactly what Coach Steinberger does. Have 3 to use. And now it's about, hey, we're going to execute, but we're also just going to get this in the half with a good lead. And like I said, try to prepare to let some of those younger guys probably play a bit more in the second half.
Yeah, that and a big thing here, second and first down ceiling, I believe. But it's good here for the first team to try to do something. They're behind the sticks, try to figure something out, run something they haven't had to run here because obviously they've got a long ways to get that first down. So try to look to see something that we haven't seen from the Boomers and something they might need going down the stretch of this season.
Well, to that point, though, I think what's been pleasing about this game is they haven't had to do anything complicated in terms of offensively for them to be successful. And if you're going to be a team that's wanting to continue to take the right steps, you've got to be able to execute the base stuff. So
yeah, so I would imagine that the coaches are taking this pretty serious. Obviously, you're up by 41, but in the coach's mind, this is a second down. You're down by second long. You're down by 6. How are you going to get this first down?
right. So we'll see how they draw it up. Gorgeous great scene at Boomer Stadium with all the fans. Parade was awesome early. So it was packed on Main Street up and down the sides. So very self-controlled. The homecoming crowd as well.
Tyler and I started our charge on 5th Street, and I think we were out of T-shirts at 8th Street.
We tried not to be, but there's a lot of people. A lot of people. So second and long for the Boomers. Carter in the pistol. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Motions out of the backfield. Will. Carter, though, calls his own number. Has a decent block. Tries to follow it. Does get to the 25. Decent game, but still going to be third and long for the Boomers as they give Carter the 26.
3rd and 17, maybe, something like that. Definitely expect to pass here. Come out, draw something up that you haven't seen.
Got 30 remaining in the half. Boomers content. Looks like to essentially get to half here. We're going to talk about this 15 on play clock and in no hurry to get to the snap. Carter now gets the play for Coach Steinberger. Comes to the hoe quick. 7 seconds on the play clock as we get lined up. Carter in the pistol again. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Snap taken. Hand off inside Wheel. And good hold from Wheel, but he got tripped up at the last second there. Looked like he was going to have some really good space to work with. Still gets the game, but unfortunately 4th and 11 for the Boomers.
Will tried to run off the blocker's butt there, tripped Bates, and looked like he tripped over his foot. And if he didn't, I think he might have been another 6 on the scoreboard. Good blocking there, just tripped up. That's all right. 4th down. Hold the ball back. And
the first 4th down Woodward has faced in this first half as they lead 41-0. There's 40 seconds left in the half. Play clock's at 10. Now I have to either take the timeout and get the snap off. And it looks like it'll be content to run this all the way down. Take the timeout and likely punt this away for the.
Yeah, I think both coaches are just about ready to head back to the locker room and talk it over for the second half.
There is the timeout from Coach Schneeberger with 25 seconds remaining in the half as the Boomers lead 41-0. Great Plains Bank here to express respects to those of the fans that make Great Plains Bank great. Through groups across Oklahoma and Texas, they're in touch with communities in which their customers live and work. Great Plains Bank powering Boomer sports this season, as well as Bank of Western Oklahoma, Advanced Auto Group, Pioneer Broadband Services, Sealer State Bank, Wayne Matthews State Farm, Woodward Steel, and High Plains Tire and Long Shots. As a first Boomer coaches show every week, we did have a bye week, if you will, this week. Obviously, with homecoming, a lot of kids decorating clothes, doing that. Organizations taking care of that. So I don't want to put those kids in a spot where they could be out there decorating. We'll pick it back up next week. Talk with Coach Schneeberger, players, and have to decide who we get, whether it be softball or baseball, or baseball band, or cross country. We catch up with Daisy and the crew, as well as Coach Custer. So have the timeout. Woodward ready to punt it with Jake Graff. It's a clean snap. Trying to put boot into this. Decent punt as Coleman Gaspard retreating, and Graff able to keep it away from Gaspard as it rolls out of bounds. Oh, it looks like 32, 31 yarder. And mark it at the 31. So that's where Alva takes over their own 31 with 17 seconds left in the second. Again, that was the first punt of the night for the Boomers. They have been successful on every drive before that. It's got to be a great message to deliver as a coach at the halftime locker.
Yeah, and struggle to think what the Boomers coaches would have to tell them. Probably that letting them know, hey, like you're up a lot, act like you've been there, stuff like that. Letting the other guys know they're going to get some playing time coming in there, so get ready, focus in. Absolutely.
Quick hole under center. The way backs down back behind him. See where he's at. Quick man in motion. It's Gaspard. That's not Colton. The quarterback there. As they give it to Ashton Farrell, the freshman, that was able to give the handoff. And on the run was Sean Hamilton. And that is the last play of the first half. It was a game of 4 they had, but going into the locker room, the Boomers in control on homecoming night. Nearly 41-0 over the Bugs at the half. Boomer football on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Every family has a story filled with chapters of love, laughter, and dreams for the future. But what if one day you're not there to help write the next chapter? Life is unpredictable, but your love for your family shouldn't be. With State Farm Life Insurance, Wayne Matthews and Woodward can help ensure your story continues, even when you're not there to turn the page. Protect the chapters yet to come. Talk to Wayne Matthews, because your story deserves to be told.
From scenic drives to cozy weekend getaways, make sure your tires are ready to handle whatever autumn roads throw your way. Between August 28th and September 23rd, get up to $60 via reward card or virtual prepaid card after online submission with the purchase of 4 or more new Michelin passenger or light truck tires totaling $900 or more. Visit your Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main in Woodward. See michelinman.com/auto/deals-promotions-and-rebates for complete details. Offer expires 9/23/25. Wood where prohibited.
At Bank of Western Oklahoma, we know what it takes to keep your farm running smoothly. Our experienced lenders understand agriculture and offer competitive loans for real estate, livestock, equipment, and more. We are locally owned and invested in our communities, making decisions that benefit you quickly. Bank of Western Oklahoma, the bank that works as hard as you do. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Advance Auto Group of Woodward, keeping your vehicle running right is what we do best. Our trusted, trained professionals get you back on the road quickly and right the first time. Need to keep moving? No problem. We've got courtesy vehicles ready when you need them. Come see why folks have trusted us for years. Advance Auto Group of Woodward.
No, absolutely not. And you mentioned something good there. We played two good teams, weeks 1 and 2. Obviously tough opponents there. Played well against Guyman, had a chance to win. Obviously Dodge City's they're a good team. You know, they're a great coach, got a lot of good athletes, and we can bring that in here to Alva and take things away from the first two teams and bring them here.
And I do want to say Alva is not going to be a bad team by any stretch. I promise you, Coach Wilson does a great job and is going to get this team continually. He's one of those guys that can take a unit that seems like they're trying to figure things out, and then by district play, they've got it up and rolling. We saw that last year really well. And I would not be surprised if this Alva team is able to rebound well from this going forward. So definitely, don't think that the Bugs are any short of still being a solid team in Class 2A. But you look at the drive summary for Woodward. Fireworks early. You got the great defensive stand that resulted in the bad snap that gave you starting field position at the Alva 19. Jay Graff play punched that in with 10:57 left in the first quarter as he went 19 yards and put it up 7-0. Alva again goes on a little bit further of a drive. They do get that 50-yard pass connection from Trip Cole to Coleman Gaspard to sit them up in Woodward territory. Ultimately, the drive gets stalled out. Woodward gets back. And one play again, 64 yards this time from Jay Graff, scampering to the house. 6:35 in the first quarter. Woodward led 14-0 at that point. Boomers will turn around, force a 3-and-out on Alva. And then Boomers had the longest drive, if you will, of the half as they went 6 plays, 73 yards late in the first quarter. And a 4-yard touchdown by Graff. That time to run his third rushing touchdown of the quarter. That put it at 21-0 with 2:52 remaining in the quarter. Alva will turn around, go on a bit of a long drive, about 8-9 plays, and a couple decent games in there. Almost got, or they get one first down, all things were stopped short. After that first down, they punted that away. And then Woodward started with great field position because Colborne almost busted the punt return, got Woodward starting at the Alva 15. Saw a 14-yard run, by Jay Graff, and he punched down on the next play, 1 yard out for his fourth score of the half. And we thought, man, 27-0, could have get better as well. Colborne said, hey, I've got to get my touchdowns. We saw what Jake could do. So I had a couple. Woodward was able to force the 3-and-out, and on that punt, Colt Moore goes 76 yards to the house for his first touchdown of the night. Made it 34-0 at that point. The extra point was missed by the Boomers with 17 left in the half. Another punt by Alva and another quick drive by the Boomers. There were 3 plays capped off by a 62-yard short pass that resulted in a big touchdown from Cash Carter to Colt Moore. Just raced up the sideline. I mean, you mentioned on the touchdown run itself. He had 2 guys to beat. Nobody was blocking. He beat them both, and once he turned it on down the sideline, he was gone. That was the last score of the half with 4:10 remaining. And put Woodward ahead 41-0. Really, I mean, you go into the half here. Been in some of those situations, when you're up big at the half. What does the coach usually say? Just say, hey guys, great job, stay focused. I mean, how's that message usually going along?
Well, first of all, I don't know in my 4 years I was ever up 41 at the half. But I had some leads. But biggest thing is just keep your head right. You're up 41. Don't let your head blow up to a balloon. I mean, it's be respectful. Act like you've been there. Don't make a fool of yourself afterwards, because not only does it talk about your character, but it goes against everything that football's about. You're trying to have fun. You want everybody to have fun ultimately. And obviously, let those second units, the third units, let them know, hey, you guys are gonna get to play. So don't just be sitting around here on the sideline anymore. Be focused. Try to learn, figure out some things. So ultimately, just tell your guys to be ready and stay locked in.
And I think that's message of, hey, keep your head right. I think they'll fight both. Right. This is a non-district contest. It's a great one for Woodward as long as you finish it off. And for Alva, yeah, it's a tough loss, but you were not a finished product. Neither team is early. This early in the season, like you mentioned, for Woodward, a chance to get some good reps for those guys who have been dying for some of them. For Alva, hey, see what you're made of in the second half. I mean, they kind of fell into a similar situation against Fairview at the beginning of the season. Fairview got up big in that first half, and second half we were able to kind of slow Fairview a bit, if you will. So yeah, one of those kind of days for Alva.
Yeah, and you bullseyed it for Alva right there. This is not a district game. This game, obviously, it adds another number to the right side, but come out here and figure out some things for when your district games are. You know, now this second half can do nothing but help you guys down the road against the teams that you need to beat in order to make the playoffs and stuff like that. So just try to figure something out, build on any kind of momentum you can get, have these guys learn how to play together. As we mentioned, they're 2 weeks removed from a senior-heavy team that had 4 years to play together. So just try to figure some things out if you're Alva moving forward.
And with that, we'll step aside for a halftime break, come back, and be able to check in on what's going around the Tri-State, get you set for what's ahead. It is Boomer Football on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Hungry? Head to Longshots Bar and Grill in downtown Woodward. Bring the whole crew for juicy ribeye steaks, giant burgers, wings from mild to flaming hot, fresh salads, and more. There's something for everyone, including the kids. Planning a party or team celebration? Check out the upstairs golf and gun bays or ask about our group catering options. Longshots Bar and Grill, downtown Woodward's favorite hangout and the official home of the Boomer Coaches Show every Wednesday from 6 to 7. Come hungry, leave happy, and make it a night to remember.
Woodward Steel, your Tri-State leader in steel, wants to remind you that in addition to taking care of all your steel needs, Woodward Steel carries other important materials such as stainless, aluminum, 4-inch to 12-inch PVC pipes and fittings, and so much more. If you're in the shop or out in the field and in need of fabrication materials, don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call 580-324-8005 to talk with the staff, or visit the shop Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 210 48th Street in Woodward. Woodward Steel, your trusted Tri-State leader in steel.
Life moves fast, and you deserve internet that keeps up. Say hello to Pioneer Fiber Internet with blazing fast gig fiber speeds designed for the way you live, work, and play. From ultra-smooth streaming and lag-free gaming to lightning-fast downloads and crystal-clear video calls, gig fiber gives you the speed and reliability to do it all. Ready to upgrade your internet experience? Visit GoPioneer.com to sign up today.
Supporting communities in every way, Sealing State Bank is thrilled to bring hometown banking closer to you with a brand new branch in Woodward.
Welcome!
Now offering full-service banking close to home, from personal checking and savings to home and commercial loans, Sealing State Bank has you covered. Enjoy the convenience of mobile and online banking, wire transfers, and so much more. Sealing State Bank, your trusted partner in Woodward. Come visit at 2314 Williams Avenue and experience hometown banking at its best.
Kind of adjacent to the Friday Night Point Score Center, if you will. Dakota Wagner. Dakota, what do we got going around in the area tonight as far as the score?
Rutherford leads Arena 3-0 at half. English is Clinton 14-7. Tonkawa leads Harvey 20-0 at 24-8 over Morgan at the half. Thomas leads nothing lead over UVA. On from Connor has 22-0 over Winoka at the half. Shattuck leads 4-5 with 24-0. Sharon Neutral. Mountain Grove leads Sharon Neutral 36-6 at the half.
Thank you, Dakota. And looking at some of the standout. You mentioned the Fairview game. New Fairview they're kind of, I wouldn't say in a rebuild mode, if you will, but, renewed this year is going to be one of those where there's going to be some games where that inexperience is still trying to work its way out. As you heard the Yellow Jackets falling 21-0 there. You talk, well, that was a long road trip for Fairview. That is not one of those that you kind of ever could be prepared for, per se, I guess. But, a couple big flashes. One I want to get to that I know they're covering on Quick Scores tonight. And I was talking to you about this off-air pregame. Got probably the best 8-man game over the regular season going on, as you got Dewar and Eureka going about now. Dewar,
Top two teams
in each of their respective Class B classes, and both state champions last year. And that is a good fight right now. How about this for an 8-man score? It's 14-6 in the second quarter with Eureka on top.
Yeah, that's a low-scoring game for 8-man.
Hard hitter going on right there. Sealing, as you heard, rolling as well as Oklahoma
Bible Academy, and did that not necessarily healthy as well. He got a little banged up. According to Coach Manuel, kind of last week against the Burn, that was another physical game. And so to see Ceiling continue to roll, as we heard, very impressive. Against an Oklahoma Bible Academy team, that's also going to be very fantastic, I think, down the road. And you got Pioneer Pleasantville, Timberlake. That's not a big time matchup that we didn't get to there with Dakota is 24-14 Pioneer on top. Tyrone trying to tackle Boise City. A showdown there in the Panhandle. How about Boise City? Up 22-14.
Dang.
Third quarter. O'Kane right now having a good battle with Gary, 28-20. Some of those 8-man scores. And Hertz here in Neutral in that update as well from Dakota. They're struggling against Mavs Dakota. That's the Sharon Neutral team. Got that win last week against Grandfield. Very, very young squad, but some exciting things for them potentially going forward. But with that, of course, don't forget you can keep up with the entirety of the Tri-State with CJ Montgomery and the Friday Night Quick Scores crew. I heard Leland Searcy checked in with us earlier. I believe Carl Newton, the good doctor for real, is there as well. Sean Kelly, of course, something to mention on that. Make sure everything runs smooth. Kathy Reese updating all the scores as well as Sean Miller being able to do that on the Quick Scores side on K101. A couple of college football games on tonight. A couple of the Big 12 as well. Oklahoma State, by the way, on a bye, and they will next have Tulsa Friday night. That'll be a 6:30 kickoff. We're actually going to have that. I mentioned that because we're going to have that game here on Z92 Friday night since the Boomers are indeed on their bye week. So if you're looking for OSU football next week, we'll have Quick Scores and we'll have Oklahoma State on Z92 to satisfy both of those. And we'll be able to go check in with one of these great area teams on the Quick Scores side as well. I heard CJ was trying to conscript you into helping host that thing.
Yeah, he was, and I don't know.
I don't
know about CJ, Tyler.
We'll work it out. But those college football games I was mentioning tonight, a couple of Big 12 games, Colorado, Houston, and Kansas State, Arizona. Colorado, Houston started at 6:30, and Houston leads Colorado at 16-14 with that. That's about there. Meanwhile, Kansas State, Arizona started at 8 o'clock, so that game just underway, still scoreless, about 5.5 minutes in, 20 left in the first half. OU football tomorrow is going to be on Z92. An early morning kickoff for the Sooners. They made the trip east to take on the Temple Owls there in Pennsylvania. They'll play Lincoln Financial Field, home of the Philadelphia Eagles. Some of the Temple's done since the mid-2000s or so. They've been playing at Lincoln Financial. The Boomers, the Sooners, 13th in the AP poll. About 3 touchdown favorites in that game. Temple is 2-0, but they really haven't played what you call a tough team, so we'll see what the Owls are made of. We'll see if the Sooners continue their role. Pre-game coverage on Z92 does start at 8 a.m. with Toby rolling through. That is an early morning right there. I've been teasing this. I want to get to it. Woodward Youth Boomer Football, led by a couple fantastic gentlemen. Mentioned Adam Belson, part of that as well, but they got their season underway last week. They were in Canadian, Texas, taking on the young Canadian bunch. Third, fourth grade had a close game with Canadian that ultimately fell. The fifth and sixth grade was able to get the win. And then the fifth and sixth grade turned around and traveled to Alva for earlier this week and got a victory as well in that one. And that was great to see. They will be at home tomorrow morning against Safe. So Safe coming to town for that youth football game. Third and fourth grade starts at 10 o'clock. And then fifth and sixth will be right after that. So you can listen to OU football on Z92 tomorrow morning. Come out and check out the next generation of the Boomers, if you will. And really, that's always a blast. You remember those youth football days? That was when, dreams were made right there, though.
Yeah, it's so much like you can do whatever you want out there. You can't, you're so young, you can't really get in trouble for missing your assignment or nothing like that. You just go out there and release some anger because, I don't know, something didn't go your way earlier in the week. But no, it's fun. Yeah, you got in trouble at recess. But
no, good stuff is the youth football program there for the Boomers. Had success in the campaign last year for both third and fourth, fifth and sixth. Good chance to see kind of the next generation, if you will, on the field here tomorrow morning again against Sayre, 10 a.m. And then, of course, the fifth and sixth will follow the youth football teams
some audios, I guess. There you go.
Yeah.
Coach Godwin trying to line us out for doing TV. We appreciate that. And Coach Godwin, by the way, tomorrow, if you want to see something really fun.
He's a really good ref.
He's officiating tomorrow morning for the Youth Football League. So if you want to come out and see Coach Godwin in action, see his technique, you can do that.
Who's the PA?
Don't worry about that. We'll move on to the Woodward Hall of Fame here because we mentioned it earlier. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. Last week on the coaches show with David Woodward, the athletic director, talking about that fantastic class and being inducted officially on Sunday afternoon. Melissa Hobbs with basketball, Bobby Holtz boys basketball, Miss Laird with the baseball team, Tom Fisher as a coach and educator, Ray Bell as band director and educator, Amy Humble as a coach and educator, the 1983 girls track team that were state champions, and then Compass Athletics as contributors. Had a great conversation with athletic director David Norton about those people that are going in this year and just all their wonderful contributions to Woodward Athletics, Woodward High School. Melissa Hobbs obviously go back on the girls basketball side, so we're part of that group that was just absolutely dominant. A couple decades ago, and was just a fantastic player and still doing a lot of good. Using her knowledge there, if you will, and all those that we mentioned, Holt, Laird, Fisher, Bell, of course, Humble. I mean, you can't beat that in terms of getting to see those comments. It was interesting to talk to Mr. Nord about some of the ways they're going to continue to try to, how do I say it, look at their past, and honor that, and do some things, more things with the concourse in terms of signage, and we've seen that kind of develop over the last few years. Putting up some of those state records when it comes to the track and field stuff and kind of giving that a good face. So.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool that the Boomers do this, put them out there on the field, say their names, have these guys clap for them. You're successful in your high school career, you influence a lot of people more than you think, and obviously like the 83rd girls track, they won state that year, and it's still getting remembered to this day. That was a long time ago, but you're wrote down in history, so it's worth it to notice those guys.
Of course, we do that, every year as well on classical with the classical legends, kind of in that similar vein, if you will. It's always great to see those who have made those wonderful contributions. Both teams are back onto the field. Got about 15 seconds left. Looks like before they're told to turn to their sidelines, get ready for the second half. Ely, we talked about it a little bit for the Boomers. How do you want to see them try to close this thing out, come away and secure that big victory?
I would imagine for the first, 2, 3, maybe 4 possessions, first team be out there, keep doing what you were doing. Don't let up as much as you think you should, or keep it going because you still have opponents to play coming down the line. Don't stop your momentum now. You're getting some now. You've been needing some, so you have some momentum. Keep it going, leading into next week, and then for those starters, for that first team, build up the guys behind you as they're playing. Teach them what they're doing wrong. Just lead them. Be there for those guys because when you guys are gone, they're going to be there. They're going to want to make this team successful as well.
That's what it is. Trying to build that success, keep it rolling to your point. So both teams getting back to the sidelines. We did mention that Woodward's kicked off to start this game. So they should have the ball to start this second half. Bugs finishing up here. They just put back 2:20 on the clock, so maybe a little ahead over the Boomers. But either way, fantastic crowd tonight. Seeing all these people out, wonderful for the homecoming week. Seeing the efforts, if you will, get rewarded. Always a positive one. Big graph, big first half, had 4 touchdowns in that half. But more added a couple later in the half to get to this 41-0 advantage. Now you got point outs in the crowd. You got some family here.
My little niece down there. I haven't seen her in forever.
There you go. Homecoming brings everybody.
Absolutely. I didn't. Man.
You see big Uncle Ely.
Oh.
No, that's great. What was kind of your favorite memories of homecoming here?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
That you could say on it.
As a football player, probably like just how much we were always in front of our fans, like how much all the crowds we got to talk in front of, just seeing all the supporters at once,
eyes on us, how much they actually care about our success and care about our lives, and they do so much for us. All the free meals we would get throughout the week, all of the bonfires, just the whole team the whole town coming out to support us and just be there for us. I think that speaks so much more than just, hey, we want you guys to win.
Oh, absolutely. Sports, as you were describing, needs World Series kids, and you got some good community sports here with the Woodward side had just a really nice crowd for the homecoming parade earlier today. As Brewers lined up ready for this kickoff return. It will be their first kickoff return of the night. A few punt returns, but the first chance at a kick return. And for the Gold Bugs, out to kick this one away again would be Tate Maltby. That's the punter. And place kicker for the Gold Bugs. As he gets set up on the tee. And marches off his steps. Got Jake Graff back to return. Looks like just not by himself. Colton Moore not out there. They've gone with a bit more of a slanted look. As Maltby able to try to get this away. Graff. He's able to take up the sideline a little bit. Gets the 20, trying to fight forward near the 25, but it's going to be stood up by a handful of Bugs, and the Brewers will take over just inside their own 25. Cash Carter to lead the offense out. We'll see how long the Brewers kind of stick with the ones, if you will, in this half.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I'd imagine it'd be maybe 2-3 drives, just to try to work some things out, because obviously coaches can find at any time, at any point, they can find something to pick on. So just work some things out, keep it going. Don't do nothing you shouldn't.
So the Brewers at their own 24, first and 10, 11:51 in the third quarter as Carter into the pistol. Two receivers right, one left. Snap is a little bit low, and now it's a fumble. Will's trying to take the handoff, and Will had to fall back on top of it as he took about a step or two, and then just wound up having to fall off. So ultimately, they say a loss of 1. Make it second and 11. Clock ticks down to 11:15. Obviously, Woodward not going to be necessarily in a hurry in these plays. Carter in the pistol, handoff again. This time to Wheel in the backfield. Gets across the 30, up near the 32, almost the 33. And a nice game by Will on second down. Make it third, about 2.
Will's got some quickness laterally. He's able to cut left to right really fast. Good job to, get away from the linebacker there on the left side, cut right, get behind your blockers.
So you're saying Will has some wheels?
Okay. Yeah.
It was there. I had to take it.
I don't know about that one. But yes, to your point, yes.
Third and short 3, we'll say, for the Brewers. Yeah, get to the 34. It's Carter in the pistol. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Snap, handoff inside again to Will. Fall on his blocks. Chugging forward, has the first down as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. And there is a first down for Dylan Wheel.
To your point, Woodward going slow, taking their time, which is the right thing to do here. Up by almost half 100.
Making it first and 10 at the 38, they say. So ultimately a gain of 6 for Wheel. Kind of answers the question we kind of wondered who the backup back really was. Draft seen so much time. So handling those snap-offs. It's Carter in the pistol. Receiver each side. Bates motions out of the backfield. But again, they hand off to Will. Nice in block there. Flag does come out, but Will gets up to the 50 and into Alva territory at the 49-yard line. Has the first down for now, but it looks like it is coming back on a hold.
Yeah, I think that was who is that? Number 50, Adrian Cruz, held on to his guy for just a little bit too long.
So negate the first down run and back up 10 for the Boomers on the hold. So go to the 28-yard line, make it first and 20.
This thing here in the third quarter, Woodward seeing a little more pressure than they have here in the entire game. 2 penalties, 2 being backed up two separate times here in one drive. Haven't seen that yet.
left third quarter. First drive of the quarter. As Carter this time going to call his own number after a motion out of the backfield. Tries to plunge forward. Gets the 30, the 31, maybe the 32, and they push him back. So give him the forward progress, and that's about it. Gained him a few, and then unfortunately got an injury for the Boomers, it looks like. There's Mr. Cruz, I think, who just had the holding call.
Cruz holding his knee right now.
So they'll take a timeout for that injury, excuse me, as they tend to. M&D Enterprises and Lawnmower Shop, your best lawn, porch, or patio. M&D Enterprises and Lawnmower Shop are your people. They carry everything you need to make your greenscape that little piece of heaven you've always dreamed of. Locations in Woodward and in Weatherford. Also Smith & Co. Auction and Realty, Oklahoma's real estate and land auction experts. Smith & Co. is your number one choice for all your land auctions and real estate needs. Call 580-254-3975 or email Ira at smithcorealestate.com. M&D Smith & Co. Real Estate, pounds in the sports this season. Looks like we got Mr. Cruz up. And he'll get back to the sideline under his own power. Good to see that.
Hopefully Mr. Cruz is all right. That's something you just hate to see that, up 41. Trying to get some more things going your way for the Boomers. You gotta go down. Hope for a speedy recovery there for Mr. Cruz.
He's walking it off, like I said, got there under his own power.
Tough kid. Oh
yeah. Big lineman you gotta be.
Strong kid, that is. Power lifter.
Yes. 8:50 remaining third quarter. Woodward has it 2nd and 17 after the 3-yard run by Cash Carter. Now Carter back to pass, looking for the one-on-one. The Colt Moore floats it up there, and a great interception made by Alva. A catch by Keaton Adair, able to track that one down. Him and Moeller were kind of bowing for it, and Adair able to get it over the shoulder. That was an incredible catch.
That was an incredible catch. Turned into the receiver right there. That was, wow, that was impressive.
So I was going to say, I'm glad I didn't say it now because it would have jinxed it anyways. One thing the Boomers had done tonight was have that turnover like we'd seen in the first couple games. Unfortunately, there, so they started out the second half.
Can't be the announcer's jinx this time.
Cannot. Will not take the blame.
You did think it though, so I'll blame you.
Yeah,
I blame you.
Good thing. Have the thoughts. So Bugs take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. So they continue with the quarterback change for Alva. As Gaspard goes in motion, they hand off under center, and it is Farrell staying at quarterback. Hands off up the gut to Bentley, and not much doing again by Bentley.
I tell you what, though, it is kind of hard not to say Gaspard under the gun because he was number 12, quarterback there for so long. I keep thinking it's Gaspard as well.
There's Ashton Farrell, the freshman, giving the nod right now, quarterback. Bentley London and the handoff lost a couple Boomers upfield. We've seen that multiple times tonight. And a great job on that offensive line with the push. Farrell under center, back each side, down back, receiver each side. In motion goes Gaspard across formation. Farrell wanting to pass it, going for the slant route. Husky Adair. He's got the first down up near the 50 and gets into Woodward territory, dragging the pile before he's finally stood up near the 45. They mark him down just short of it. And a late flag comes out. That's what you were talking about, dude. You got to keep your cool here for Woodward. Act like you've been here before, because I think, unfortunately, that might wind up being on Woodward to tack on some extra.
Yeah, that's something that I saw too, but I mean, that's a good throw there from Farrell. Good route there from Mr. Adair. Perfect call there from the coaches. Execution was great. Defense needs to respond to that and see where they need to be next time.
And it is a personal foul, so move it an extra 15. Farrell Adair got to about the 40. He's just 41. And move him all the way up to the 30. Make it a 1st and 10 for Alva at the Boomer 30 after the big game.
First time I believe the Gold Bugs have been in Boomer territory.
I think they did get in there on the 50, that 50-yard play. They got into Boomer territory.
Oh yeah,
they
did.
Been in the red zone yet. That's where they haven't been. As it is Farrell under center, motions Gaspard around, pitches it to him in the backfield. He meets Colin Bourne, Cash Carter, but gets out of that tackle and gets forward across the line of scrimmage, but not much more. And another late flag. Boy, if this is on the Boomers again, you got to have that conversation with Coach Neighbor. Hey, fellas, still big doesn't mean we could, start having some of these moments.
That back judge was
only in length of freshman Jet Kellen and Luke Talley back there. So going to have to be on one of them, per se.
Let's see what it is. This time, personal foul on Alva. So back it up. So now you've had a personal foul go each way on this drive. Getting a little chippy, unfortunately.
It is getting a little chippy. That's not something you would expect to see. I mean, I guess maybe it is with the rivalry this is that we talk about. I mean, these guys see each other many times a year in every aspect of sports. So the rivalry is definitely there.
So back it up to the Woodward 44 for the Bugs. They got up to the 30 and then lost that penalty yardage after a 1-yard gain. 6:30 remaining third quarter. Woodward still on top, 41-0. As is Farrell under center. Couple wingbacks. Down back behind him. And then the receiver side on a timeout taken by Coach Wilson's crew. The play clock was winding down, so you want to be able to kind of discuss what was going on there. Northwest Glass, from residential and commercial glass to auto glass, doors, and mirrors, Northwest Glass has you covered. They do it all with expert care and quality service. Stop by 611 Texas Avenue in Woodward or give them a call, 580-256-4324. Northwest Glass, pioneer sports this season.
These Boomer coaches still into it, you know, lighting these guys up with what they need to do, how to fix their things. You know, coaches, every coach out there on the field is talking to somebody saying, hey, got to fix this, remember this, don't forget about this. So good thing to see from the coaches.
Well, and like the point you made at halftime, you want to stay disciplined, you want to keep your head right as you put it, and continue to execute. Yes, you got the lead, but if you're out there playing, you got to execute like 0-0, right?
Yes, sir.
So after the timeout, 2nd and 24 for Alva after a series of penalties. One on the Boomers and one on the Bugs to back them up here. There's Farrell under center, receiver each side, wingbacks, and then the down back straight behind. Puts Gaspard in motion, now back to pass. This Farrell and instantly rushed and take it down. Levi Harris burst through and he gets the sack. Good. Fast and ferocious from Mr. Harris.
He's looking this way. A little celebration there from Levi Harris.
Looking to that sideline, getting some congratulations there. And that's a 5-yard loss for the Bugs. Makes it 3rd and 29. Coach Wilson probably a little bit frustrated because, you know, his drive was looking promising. Now you get this long distance.
Substitution there for the Boomers. Braxton Hosier in the field for Levi Harris. Yet another junior for the Boomers.
One that got to see a lot of time, so good to see for him here. As there's Farrell under center, 3rd and 29. And the ball's loose as he tried to back up and pass it, and picked up by a Bug and rushed forward back to almost the line of scrimmage.
Bentley London saved the day there.
He did.
Fumbled the snap. Yeah. He just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Could have been a lot worse. Ultimately, they don't gain anything, but that's much better than what the alternative was. Still, though, 4th and 29 for the Bugs. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Both teams taking their time on their possessions in frame. Alva will have to punt on their first possession of this half. As this Colt Moore still back to return, hoping to get a chance. We'll see if he gets one. And they're trying to keep it away from him towards the sideline. He's going to try to field it. Catches off a hop around the 15-yard line. The fight comes down early. I think the Brewers have a block in the back there. Now Moore trying to reverse field. He's at the 20, 25. Still against the blocks. Takes another tackle up to 35-40. Is he going to break away? Oh, he gets tripped up at the 45. It doesn't matter anyways because there's a flag way back in the backfield, and it is going to be on the Boomers. That was clear early.
What an effort.
I mean, he went prime Reggie Bush for a second.
That was fun to watch, but, yeah, like you said, it sucks. It is coming back. That one was clear as day. So, not the best field position, but, hey, that was good to watch.
You know, Colt's telling the guys, hey, I did all that, and we're backing it up anyways. Come on. So this looks like flag. Let's see where exactly they put down. I think they're going to be inside their 20 to start. Looks like they had the penalty about the 27. They did, so I'll have it at the 17.
First group still out there. Coaches probably weren't all the world pleased after that first drive of the second half, wanting to see a little more success.
It's the first group-ish, right? You had Field Wheel, you do have draft back in, but I see, a couple maybe along the line, but either way, first three for the most part. Carter in the gun does hand off. It looks like, I believe that is Graff back in. So he takes it up the gut for a couple of yards. It is Graff. For gain of about, looks like 2, maybe 3. They get him to the 19, so they call the game 2. Graff having a great night. Over 100 yards rushing, of course. 4 touchdowns with this one, all on the ground.
Yeah, the Gold Bugs are tired of seeing it. They here past couple times they have done a decent job of not letting them get 60 yards of carry. So we'll see what the Boomers can do here. Second 7.
3:40 left, third quarter. Carter in the pistol. Another hand off the Graff. Has a decent block, trying to cut up field. Gets across the 25, right near the stick, and the Boomers a late block because we saw Trey Oyasarode throw. It looked like Gunnar Pingleton. So this is, and there was another flag that came in. Yeah, one on the Boomers. So it looked like it was going to potentially be a first down. Instead, we're going to back it up.
Coaches bring Mr. Oyasarode off the field for the next play.
Yep, got to keep your head down. See where they wind up spotting it for the Boomers.
About the
looks like back to almost the original line of scrimmage, just a bit past that. It'll be second and about 11, maybe 12. So it is Carter in the gun. Pistol look, I should say. 2 receivers right, 1 left. A little in tight. Man backfield. Back beside him. Carter looking for a quick pass. Has more. Open in the flat. Trying to juke out a man. Is not able to, but does have the first down as it gets across the 30-yard line. Colt's just like, hey, I'm open. Give me that ball in space. And he gets another solid gain. The Boomers rip off a gain up to, it looks like, the 32-yard line. So call the gain of 16.
Good 12-yard hitch route there from Colt Moore. Created some separation. Good throw there from Carter. Had some speed on it. Colt Moore, as you mentioned, didn't make the guy miss, but made him still got a few yards from the contact. So good job there from Colt Moore.
That hitch route, one of those, it's a timing thing. It's a good timing on both ends, right, with the route and the pass, as you mentioned. First and 10 for Woodward at the 32. We're down to 2:35 left third quarter. Brewers obviously taking their time each play, not worried about the clock. Carter motions the man out of the backfield scrap. He'll call his own number on the QB draw. Gets a decent block and is spun down just before the 40-yard line. And a gain of 8 for Carter should make it second and 2. They have not quite given him 40. They do give him at 39. So call it second and looks like 3.
Contact was made right there about 4 yards downfield with that spin. Gave him an extra 2 or 3 yards.
Try to finish that run off, of course.
Cash Carter, good downfield runner, good north and south runner.
Minute 45 left in the third quarter. As Carter looking towards the flat, the pass broken up by Alva. Ooh.
Trace Hamilton almost had a house call.
The senior got out in the flat to defend that one away. So nearly, like you said, a house call.
Read that all the way. Seen that the running back in motion. Carter looked right. Only route out there was the swing route. So good instincts there from Hamilton.
3rd and 4. That clock shouldn't be. I guess they agreed it's a running clock. It looks like maybe. Didn't notice that. The clock is rolling on a 3rd and 4 for the Boomers. And snap to Carter. Hand off to Graff. He's got the first down. 45-50 into out of the territory at the 45. And taken down about the 42-yard line. Another good run for Jake Graff.
And this O-line is
18 yards.
Been doing a great job all night. I know we've been talking about it, but you can't talk about things like that enough. The linemen, defensive linemen, O-linemen, they don't always get the most credit in the world, but they're getting some credit tonight. They're doing a great job.
That they are, and every time it seems like, there's been a few, but just about every time Graff is getting that carry, he's got at least a hole to work with to start. They do mark him at 42 as a gain at 19. It's a gain of 18. as the game clock down to 15 seconds in the third quarter. Play clock at 5, so Boomers will have to get a snap off to take a timeout. Carter just not getting the line with 2. 1. Gets the snap off just in time. They go with a little end around to Cole Moore, trying to get the edge. He's got a lead block in Bates to the 30. 25, trying to shed the tackle to 20, does to the 15 before he's taken out of bounds. And that's how we end the third quarter with a long run by Colt Moore. It sets up the Boomers inside the red zone as we will head to the fourth. Woodward leads 41-0 over the Alva Gold Bugs. It's Boomer Football on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Looking for a powerful new truck? Vance Auto Group of Woodward has you covered. Check out the 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab 4x4. 0% for qualified buyers. Plus, enjoy fantastic rebates and $3,000 trade-in assistance on your purchase. Experience a fast, friendly car buying process with a free lifetime warranty on every vehicle. Don't miss your chance. Visit us today and drive home your new GMC from Vance Auto Group of Woodward, where service meets the heart. See dealer for details.
For more than a century, Bank of Western Oklahoma has stood by our communities, understanding the unique culture and values that make Western Oklahoma special. As a locally owned and operated bank since 1908, we're not just bankers, we're your neighbors. We've seen generations grow, businesses flourish, and farms thrive. And we've been there every step of the way. Trust in a bank that shares your roots and works as hard as you do. Bank of Western Oklahoma, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
For another score, saw a 29-yard scamper by Colt Moore just before, or I should say the last play of the third quarter. As he took that end around, the Boomers busting out a little trickery. They set up that kind of draw play, that counter, if you will. They'd been going to Jay Graff and instead had Moore come in and take the pitch. Nice little play design.
I think if you're the Gold Bugs, you're tired of the last name Moore and the last name Graff. Because these guys have been tearing it up all night. Great athletes, getting to showcase some of their talent.
So first and 10 for the Boomers at the Bugs 13. It's Carter in the pistol. Receiver left there by packed in tight. Graff takes the hand off in the backfield, trying to find a hole. Gets to the 5 and is finally swung down. And again, it's these runs where he's going 4, 5, 6 yards without getting touched. Credit to that O-line. Again, 8 ultimately for Graff.
Credit to Graff as well. You know, there's always, it's not easy to find the hole every time. I mean, you got to make good decisions, no matter what kind of night it is. The O-line is doing a great job. Jake Graff been doing a good job of making the right decision.
That he has. Second and 2 for the Boomers. Another handoff to Graff inside. Gets across. Oh, breaks the tackle. Spinning towards the end zone. He's in, but we got a flag that came out late. Graff on a second effort powered into the end zone, but it is a holding on the Boomers. Bring it back.
And he broke a good tackle there. Big hit there from the linebacker, able to shuck it off, but ultimately going to come back, and Boomers going to have to try again. I think that was on Baylor short. Coach kind of said, hey, come here, and, you know, kind of told him something, so.
Maybe Osrode back in. We got a couple rotations out. So the Boomers will make it 2nd and 12 instead of a touchdown. The ball will be at the 15-yard line. That gets about 4, maybe a 3, I should say, for the first.
Comfortably the 3.
Comfortably the 3. Carter in the pistol, receiver left. Everybody else packed in tight. Graff goes in motion out of the backfield. We got a flag that comes in on the snap as Carter takes it up himself on the play. Does get across the 10, tackled down about the 8, maybe the 7. The flag was out early, and I believe this one coming back as well.
Yeah, I think it was an illegal motion. Is what the.
We'll see.
They already.
Oh, they already announced it.
Yeah, they already announced it. I'm not 100% sure what that signal means, but I'm pretty sure it was an illegal motion.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was Graff on the, and there it is, officially.
I promise they already did it. I promise.
We don't second guess here. You got to go with it either. Call it good. Now 2nd and 17 for the Boomers. Here's that running clock, so we're down to 10:37. with the 2nd and 17. Carter in the gun, looking to pass on this distance. Has to scramble out. Another flag comes down. Carter's going to pull it down, try to run it. He's tackled down at the 25. It's a loss. Couple bugs in on the tackle. That sure is one of those. And 2 flags came down. So the Brewers, unfortunately, now in the second half, the penalties are racking up a little bit. Another hold. And Alva might take the loss down here, though, because Carter lost 5. Let's see what Coach Wilson just wants to go with. The officials are waiting on his call. Could be a 2nd and a country mile. Or it could be 3rd down and very long as well. And they do take the hold. So back up Woodward for a 2nd and super long. That's 3 straight penalties now on the Brewers.
2nd down that started at the 13. Now you're at the 30.
Yeah, you backed it up here quite a bit. You got to get all the way to the 3.
We've seen it, though. They're capable.
See what they draw up on this 2nd and super wall. As it is Carter in the pistol, receiver each side. Draft behind him. Bates on his left. Carter looking to pass. Looking one-on-one for Colt Moore. Floats it towards the end zone and batted down this time by Keaton Adair. Again, he has done a good job on Colt Moore.
That was good instincts there to jump up and bat it down before Colt Moore could get his hands on it. Kind of on his back shoulder. Colt Moore can't quite jump up and, high top it there. So good job there from Adair.
Let's make it 3rd and long for the Brewers. Gone with some passes, trying to get it. And we haven't, got to see a lot of passes tonight. So one of those where, hey, air it out a little bit and see what you can do.
3rd and a plane ticket.
As it is Carter in the gun. Back to pass yet again. Looking right initially, goes back left short to Moore. And he has to go to his knees to catch it. They're trying to set up kind of a backside screen. They're going to say he caught it, but all the way back back at the line of scrimmage, I should say, so no gain on the play.
Pass was just a little bit low. Colt Moore couldn't keep his knees off the turf, or off the grass there. Not turf quite yet, but had some room there. So we'll see what Mr. Lewis has. We're going to attempt a field goal here.
Oh, this is going to be a long one.
47 yards.
47 yards. Ball will be put down to 37. Oh, snap's bad. And now it's just a broken play. Colt Moore is just going to have to scramble to his right, trying to cut it upfield. It's a little chaos. Gets up to the 30 and then taken out of bounds inside the 30.
Another flag.
And the flag does come in again. So, unfortunate. Wanted to see if Mr. Lewis had the boot to get that, but the snap just bit off. I believe either way, even with flag, this should be Alva football, as it's blocking the back on Woodward. So I'm sure they'll find that and say, yeah, we'll take that. Field position. As Gold Bugs take it over with 8:36 remaining. No scores in the second half, but you kind of figured.
Here comes the new guys as well.
Yep, host of new guys for the Boomers. See Elijah Nelson out there. Jake Grafstead out there to kind of hold things down as well as Mason Arnold. And we're seeing some new faces at linebacker as well, D-line. A couple new faces.
Not an entire new crew out there, just
a mix, yeah. Yep. So it's Farrell under center for Alva. We'll put a man in motion. It's Gaspard. Farrell looking to pass, and on the rush, Harris gets to him, but can't complete the sack. Farrell breaks out of it, throws it over the middle, and is caught for a solid game for Alva. And it's the freshman, Jet Keller, excuse me. And the Farrell, I mean, the freshman showing a little bit here.
Yeah, it was a good throw on the run. Not running to the side favor for a right-handed quarterback. Still put the ball on the money.
So they call a gain of 8.
Plus the ability to break the sack there from Levi Harris. That doesn't happen very often.
No, And Harris had him dead to rights there for a second. But like I said, good job by Farrell to get out of that somehow. This is Farrell under center, 2nd and 2, a short 2. As Farrell scrambles to the right side and throws it to Pingleton. Gunnar Pingleton able to make the catch on the right side. Does have the first down, so he's knocked out of bounds at the 44-yard line. So wind up calling it a gain of 7 for Alva. Another pass. Alva's passing game has been more effective tonight, which is kind of interesting development. What the run game has. That's a credit to the Boomers, obviously, and what they've been able to do. 1st and 10 for the Bugs at the 44. 7-10 left in the game as Woodward leads 41-0. Now we got officials timeout. Oh, that's tough to see. Unfortunately, do have an injury for Pingleton. And so they'll help him to the sideline. But Ely for Woodward tonight, I mean, just an incredible first half. Yeah, your second half's been a little dry, but obviously you're not, you're taking your time on your plays. You're not necessarily trying to run things up there. Had a good drive going at the end of the 3rd quarter, and then unfortunately at the start of the 4th kind of backed that up. But that's the only real negative possession just about, than the punt late in the first half. That's it. It's been otherwise good night.
Scoreless here in the second half, but obviously it's been clear to see that Woodward not driving with the same intent they were in the first quarter when it was nothing. So been just kind of a stalled out second half, if you will, for the Boomer offense.
So after the injury timeout, 1st and 10 for Alva at their own 44. Farrell under center, puts Gaspard in motion across formation, but they hand it off to the up back inside. Bentley London able to get across the 45 to the 46, almost the 47. Call the game of a couple. Makes it 2nd and 7 with 6:25 left in the ball game. Woodward on their way to the first win of the season. We're going to have some post-game reaction, hopefully from player and Coach Schneeberger. As Farrell under center, takes the snap, rolls to his left, trying to hit the receiver of Gaspard. Would have been just short of the first down. Had him, but couldn't quite get it there. Not enough air under.
Job there from the Boomers to stay with the route there, even on the sideline.
Make it 3rd and 7 for the Bugs. 6:01 left in the ball game. Clock's out. Now winds again.
I think they're doing the whole, as soon as the ball gets placed on the line of scrimmage.
Some teams probably agree to there at the half. As is Farrell under center. 2 receivers left. The wing back on the right. Down back is London. Farrell looking for the quick pass to that left side and gets it to Gaspard. Has a bit of a block, cuts it upfield, 50, 45, 40, cuts back and doesn't quite get to 35, but Coleman Gaspard showing his wheels a little bit.
Yeah, he's showing his wheels, but Farrell's got some talent on that right arm at quarterback. That was a good, nice chest pass there from Farrell, able to free up Gaspard to have some room to run.
18-yard pass in total on the quick hits and run. 5:15 left in the ball game as Woodward leads 41-0. Alva trying to drive, though, to end this one. As they're at the Woodward 35-yard line, 1st and 10. It is Farrell under center, 2 receivers right, and wing back each side, down back London. Lifting Gaspard across formation, they pitch it to him. Trying to find something, instead has to cut it back out, and right there is Jake Graff. And it's something we've talked about all night. These guys are staying home, they're playing their alleys. They're not chasing the ball, they're playing where they're being coached to go, and Graff right there, all on top of it.
Yeah, the runner was able to bounce outside of Brody Turbush, but right there, Jake Graff able to pick up his mistake and get there. So good job there from Jake Graff to have his guys back.
Ultimately, a loss of 1 for Gaspard. Makes it 2nd and 11 at the 36 with 4:30 remaining. At this point, Bugs doing is just executing. They're under center, normal formation, receiver each side, a wing back each side, and down back London. Farrell rolls right, looking to pass, steps, throws, has a man open short. It's Keaton Adair, and he gets to the 20 and falls down, trying to make the juke. Does have the first down, but Keaton Adair another catch and another first down for him.
Alva starting to see a little bit of success here in the passing game, fourth quarter with these guys, these new guys coming in. So it's a good thing for these second guys to get the reps, and it's also good for Alva going down the season trying to find some
and
success.
I think for Alva, speaking of finding success, we've been impressed with Ashton Farrell tonight, stepping in for Trip Cole.
Yeah, that could be a thought going down the line.
17-yard pass for Farrell to Ade. First and 10 for Alva. Farrell again looking to pass. Under some pressure, scrambles left, fires out. Nice tight throw, but incomplete. Oh, he hit him. It was a good throw, but the Boomers able to break it up on the tackle. Pass intended for Brendan Hunt.
Yeah, that was a big hit there from Mason Arnold. I think we see about one of those every week from Arnold.
He tries.
That kid loves to hit.
Great throw again from Farrell. I mean, that was on the money on the run. That was not an easy throw. Make it 2nd and 10 for Alva. The clock continues to wind. 3:05 left in the game. Boomers on their way to 1-2 on the season. A big homecoming win tonight. And the snap by Farrell rolls right again, short side. He's going to pull it, take off. There's a flag in the backfield. Farrell does get across the 15 to the 12-yard line before he's taking it down. It looks like it is going to be on Alva with an illegal shift. So wipe off the game for the Bucks. Make it 2nd and 15 for the 24.
I like how the Boomer coaches have been doing their substitutions, subbing in new guys every play, keeping them on their toes.
It's not wholesale substitutions, but to your point, they're kind of mix and matches, right? Some of the starters that know what they're doing to help some of those guys that are trying to get some reps. 2:35 left in the game, 2nd and 15 for Alva as Farrell Anderson. Receiver each side, back, wing back each side, down back. Farrell looks to pass again, has some pressure up the gut. Evades it, throws it across the middle. Keaton Adair, another catch, turns 5, touchdown for Alva. Keaton Adair having a great second half as he gets it from 24 yards out. And again, another throw on the rope. I mean, that is another laser by Ashton Farrell.
Yeah, this kid's been pretty impressive in his time under the gun. So it's definitely something good to see if you're a gold bug. And yeah, like you said, good catch there from Mr. Adair and make that guy miss and get Alva on the board.
The Bugs do get on the board with 2:19 left in the ball game. They go on a 10-play drive. Yeah, we'll punch that in. Now going for 2. Farrell under center. Looking, pass, trying to throw, hits the guy in the backfield. It's Gaspard short. He's trying to cut upfield at the 5. Nice juke. He gets to the edge, and he's got the 2-point conversion. Coleman Gaspard in a phone booth, able to make a man miss and gets for the 2-point conversion when it was dead to rights, it looked like.
That was a great move. It's about all you can say. 4 or 5 Woodward Boomers there, ready to stop him. He cuts it back left and cuts back right immediately. Gets the fake, gets a foot ahead.
To make it 41-8 the score with 2:19 left. Woodward get the possession back. Ultimately, try to, I guess you could say, finish this one off. A couple plays.
Yeah, I expect run plays here. Run out this clock and take home this this Woodward win on homecoming.
On homecoming, 41 points in the first half. A great effort from the Boomers. Jake Graff, Colt Moore stars tonight, and the offensive line. We got to give them their nods there. Opening those holes for Graff. Moore had a couple of explosive plays. The punt return touchdown as well as the 62-yard receiving touchdown.
Really all aspects tonight. Special teams was great. Obviously, that comes with when you get Colt Moore the football in space. He can make some things happen. The defensive line was on the quarterback all night long. Offensive line blocked well. Jake Graff hit his holes like he was supposed to. Cash Carter played well. Nothing real bad you can say if you're a Woodward coach.
As Alva ready to kick it back off. Nope, and the ball popped off the tee before we could get the kickoff. As Mulkey was jogging to it. Said no thanks.
Is it windy?
There's a little bit, not a ton. Maybe just one of those deals where you think you placed on the tee proper and then just a little off.
Nice lime green tee they have.
Maltby going to go with the targeted split kick. Lasered right to Colin Bourne about the 40-yard line. Bourne having the chance to return it. Cuts upfield, 50 spin move inside the 50 to the 46, 47-yard line, maybe.
Nice spin move there from Bourne. Couple zigs, couple zags.
Colin's got some moves. Give that man a chance to get the ball, and he'll show you. He'll show you. No offense to his brother, Kaysen, but Colin's maybe just a touch more agile. Kaysen's low, though. I wouldn't want to come across Kaysen at any points with him angry at me. We saw him across his career make some big hits. So carry that defensive time.
They have a new quarterback. Seems like. A lot of the same guys out there, though.
Yeah, but it looks like Brody Turbush may be taking over finally at quarterback. The senior who had been a baseball player for the most part. Has come out for football this year. Turbush is going to lead the offense.
Jake Graff got in the huddle, and I think coach was like, hey, no, come on.
Yep, he's trying to sneak out there. Also got Brody Province at running back, and then a timeout taken as there were some miscommunications maybe on the personnel there. So we are going to see a lot of those second unit skill guys in.
Number 35 there on Endersby.
Theron Endersby.
Yeah, he's out there for the Boomers.
Hope Warren maybe was still out there, just provide some experience on that edge.
I didn't mess that up that bad.
I didn't say that. 12 left in the ball game. Again, Woodward on their way to that 41-8 win. Crowd hanging around, going to congratulate their guys afterwards. And what sold into a pretty beautiful night here in Woodward. Overnight lows get down to about 68, so you can't beat that. Now the Boomers out of the huddle again with Turbush taking over at quarterback. Brody Province in the backfield, two receivers left, one right. And they'll hand it off to Province, and he puts it on the ground. It's a fumble. And does Alva come up with it? They do. The Bugs come up with it. So the Boomers, we talked about in the pregame, not committing those turnovers, and ultimately on the night, the stat line will say 2 turnovers.
That it will, and we've mentioned it time and time again, that's their first rep out there, just something that kind of sucks. Finally get that chance and one play.
So Alva takes it over at the 46-yard line, their own 46. So the Bugs have 2 minutes to try to put together another drive.
And
successful on their last.
I would definitely expect him to come out hard here, trying to get some more points on the board.
Yeah, you expect that effort. And now Alva is taking the timeout. They want to get things set up for their drive. And do want to mention again, don't forget tomorrow morning, OU football on Z92. They'll be on the road against the Temple Owls at Lincoln Financial Field, usually at home in the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll also share by Temple with college side. That is an 11 o'clock kickoff our time, new kickoff there. And a 8 o'clock pregame here on Z92 with Toby Rowland and his crew. And then also the Woodward youth team at home tomorrow against Sayre. If you want to see the youth football debut of Chris Godwin in terms of officiating, you can do that. Third and fourth start at 10 o'clock in the morning, and the 5th and 6th will follow after that. 5th and 6th, 2-0. Third, fourth, trying to get their first win.
Because Chris Godwin's a man of many talents.
He is. That he is. As Farrell under center for the Bugs. First and 10 at their own 46. And Farrell going to pull it himself. Or excuse me, that is not Farrell. It's 15. Apologies. That
Braxton Brown.
Braxton Brown in the freshman. So they've rotated another freshman in there. So Braxton Brown able to try to call his own number and loses one.
Substitutions for the Boomers as well. Rook Oakley seeing his first snaps for the night.
Coach Oakley, getting the boys in there. See Elijah Nelson out in the corner. He's getting some time. Clock down to a minute 30. Second and 11 for the Bugs.
Noah Boren in a linebacker.
Brown takes the snap, tries to hand it off inside, and the runner bit by a host of Boomers right at the point of the handoff. Trying to take that rush for Alva was Adler Bates, the freshman. Back it up a couple more yards. Third and long for Alva with a minute left.
Peyton Collier, Kingston Phillips also coming onto the field here for the next play. Trying to get as many guys in there as they can. We've got quite a few on the depth chart.
That we do. Brown under center, third and 12 for Alva. 45 seconds left in the ball game. Man goes motion formation. They'll pitch it to him. Get stretched out and take it down at the 40. Noah Moore fires in, makes the tackle for the Boomers, and on the catch was Baylor Jones, the sophomore, trying to head it upfield. Ultimately loses a chunk.
Someone who's also in there on the tackle, Titan Fields, number 28.
There you go. And that might very well be the last play of the game. As play clock's at 20, the game clock at 15. Alva's got a fourth and long. And it looks like they're not in a rush to snap it. Both teams going to the sidelines. That will do it. Woodward takes it on homecoming night, 41-8 over the Alva Gold Bugs after falling last year on the road in Alva. The Boomers get one back tonight, and a big one on homecoming. We'll set aside for break. Come back with your post-game show. Boomer football on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Every family has a story filled with chapters of love, laughter, and dreams for the future. But what if one day you're not there to help write the next chapter? Life is unpredictable, but your love for your family shouldn't be. With State Farm Life Insurance, Gwayne Matthews and Woodward can help ensure your story continues, even when you're not there to turn the page. Protect the chapters yet to come. Talk to Gwayne Matthews, because your story deserves to be told.
Supporting communities in every way, Sealing State Bank is thrilled to bring hometown banking closer to you with a brand new branch in Woodward.
Welcome!
Now offering full-service banking close to home, from personal checking and savings to home and commercial loans, Sealing State Bank has you covered. Enjoy the convenience of mobile and online banking, wire transfers, and so much more. Sealing State Bank, your trusted partner in Woodward. Come visit at 2314 Williams Avenue and experience hometown banking at its best.
It's truck time at Vance Auto Group of Woodward. Right now, huge discounts, large rebates, low payments, and all 2025 Ram 1500s, 15% off MSRP. Also, check out our huge selection of 2500 and 3500 Rams. Fast, easy, and always friendly. We've got the best approval rates in Oklahoma, and every purchase comes with a free lifetime warranty. Don't wait. These deals won't last. Drive home your new Ram today from Vance Auto Group of Woodward, where you're not just a customer, you're family. See dealer for details.
Life moves fast, and you deserve internet that keeps up. Say hello to Pioneer Fiber Internet with blazing fast gig fiber speeds designed for the way you live, work, and play. From ultra-smooth streaming and lag-free gaming to lightning-fast downloads and crystal-clear video calls, gig fiber gives you the speed and reliability to do it all. Ready to upgrade your internet experience? Visit GoPioneer.com to sign up today.
Exploded for 4 touchdown runs on the night. Had two big ones to start. Woodward on their first couple of drives. So one play each of those. Graff goes 19 yards the first time, and then able to scoot for a big 64-yard touchdown after that. And go through that first half, Woodward was able to continually not only get those big scores, but able to force those 3 and outs. Graff would have the third score of the first quarter, as the Boomers went on a 6-play, 73-yard drive, their longest of the night. Graff on a 4-yard touchdown run, and then he would add his fourth a few minutes in the second quarter as the Boomers started at the Alva 15. Graff covered 15 yards in 2 plays and was able to get that fourth touchdown to make it 27-0 for Woodward. And then Colt Moore got in on the action before the half. He had a 76-yard punt return for a touchdown, making it 34-0 at that point, and would follow that with a 62-yard catch and run touchdown on a short pass from Cash Carter. And just beautiful action for the Boomers, and they led 41-0 at the break. Had a bit of a running clock there in the second half, so kind of limited those possessions. Alva did show some fight and were able to win the second half really 8-0 as they were able to take a drive there, successfully
10 plays before it was a 24-yard touchdown catch and run by Keaton there. He had a really good second half. He had a pick in that second half as well. So really fun football game, though, for the Boomers. Great way to end homecoming night. Now the crowd getting to brace with their guys and catch up with them. We'll go ahead and step aside for a post-game break. And on the other side, we will have Ely Noble on the field trying to get conversation with one of the Boomer standouts tonight. So there's Boomer football on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Are you looking for a bank that understands your needs and works as hard as you do? Welcome to Bank of Western Oklahoma. Proudly serving our area since 1908, offering free checking with no monthly fees and convenient mobile banking. Whether you're in Cordell, Elk City, Weatherford, Woodward, or any of our 6 locations, we're always nearby. Bank of Western Oklahoma, where the Western Oklahoma spirit is alive and well. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Every family has a story filled with chapters of love, laughter, and dreams for the future. But what if one day you're not there to help write the next chapter? Life is unpredictable, but your love for your family shouldn't be. With State Farm Life Insurance, Gwen
says you got a live read after this.
Your story continues even when you're not there to turn the page. Protect the chapters yet to come. Talk to Gwen Matthews because your story deserves to be told.
Ely, you're down on the field waiting to talk to our MVPs of the night. How's the atmosphere down there with some of the parents, some of the kids, getting to celebrate a little bit ahead of?
Yeah, this is awesome being down here. You know, just actually getting to feel the atmosphere. You know, you got the kids throwing around the Pee Wee footballs, all the parents, all the friends waiting down here to celebrate this win, and it just makes it that much better that it was on homecoming.
Good performance for the Boomers. Credit to Alva that second half. Did not give up, kept fighting. Was able to get on the board with their touchdown drive. I promise you folks, the Bugs, you know, as they go through the season, they're just going to get better and better week by week. Don't doubt that. But for the Boomers, Ely, you know, you go into the bye week now, get ready to start district play against the mighty Elgin Owls. You get some good confidence you can try to carry into that road contest.
Yeah, you can, and as we mentioned, they need to focus in because Elgin just won the state championship about 7 months ago, so they are definitely no short task. So we take this, collect the good things and fix a couple of the bad things, and you know, focus in on Elgin.
That is the key, trying to focus in on the mighty Owls. They're going to have a lot of good returning pieces from that squad. What's crazy is they graduated, you know, a lot of talent, but Elgin, one of those schools that is in the mode where, you know, they're not rebuilding, they just simply reload and keep going. Have been ranked number 1 in 4A by most publications, so it's kind of one of those situations where they will be there really until somebody dethrones them. As for what's ahead, as we wait to talk with one of our players of the game for the Boomers, Sooner football tomorrow. I was going to get there. Going to be Toby rolling through all the way in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, as OU takes on the Temple Owls. Again, an early kickoff there, 11 o'clock in the morning on V92. Pre-game coverage will start at 8 a.m. Boomer football youth-wise tomorrow, 3rd and 4th grade, the 5th and 6th grade will be rocking Boomer Field tomorrow morning against Sayre. And, I got a special guest up here, a man who I hope officiates it down the line tomorrow morning for those kids. Chris Godwin, you've been training for this for a moment with some other schools. How you feeling ahead of your Woodward youth football debut in terms of officiating?
Exciting. Exciting and just enthusiastic to be here at home and get an opportunity to watch and, you know, officiate the young guys.
That's always, you know, you get to work a lot with the youth soccer, obviously, you know, in Woodward, in the area. Those kids, man, they go out there, they have a lot of fun. It's a fun environment to be in. Just watching them kind of learn and grow into the game of football or the game of soccer, whatever it may be.
Yeah, there's, you know, in the moment for them, they believe it's a big deal, but they also, you see the joy of it, right? Every play is with love and excitement, and, you know, feel like they can wash a play away pretty quickly.
Okay.
You know, like they
You don't have to tell them next play mentality.
No, they forgot what they did on the way up there. So it's just nice to see that you know, we've got a program that's growing and just filled with kids who want to be there and want to improve.
Definitely, and, you know, it's one of those things that you build on a night like tonight. The little kids see the big kids go get a win, and you know that's got to give them some more confidence for tomorrow. That 5th and 6th grade team is 2-0, by the way. Beat Canadian Texas, which is no easy task. I don't care what level it is. Canadian is very, very good, and then was able to beat Alva earlier in the week. So really, you could say 5th and 6th grade kind of set the tone for the week with that earlier win on the road against Alva. You love to see it, but. Good nights overall for the crew. We're still, Coach Neighbor, we're still talking to the kids. We're trying to get Jake Graff for a post-game interview. I mean, Godwin, you were obviously having to make sure production was running smoothly on Boomer TV, but Jake had an enormous night. I mean, really set the tone out there tonight. 4 touchdowns in the first half. That is fantastic.
Well, you said his name, and I was actually just curious if he was still, like, able to talk. Like, I just thought he'd be on breath and just completely fatigued, so.
Yeah, or he went Hollywood on us after 4 touchdowns.
Right. Well, and, you know, I was just super impressed. I mean, his earlier touches, like, they almost broke free instantly, you know. Like, he was able to – the line just created good gaps for him, and, you know, he's an athlete, and I'm glad he had a night like he did.
Colt Moore get on the action, and I'll say it again. I said it earlier. If you ever got to see Colt Moore get out into the open field or get out on the track field and turn on those jets, my gosh.
That wide receiver screen he received, and he went 55 on that?
62.
Okay, so, yeah. So he didn't have much space, but he quickly earned it. So
he don't need much. He's one of those guys that's on the phone booth type guy, right? That can make it go real quick. He's now trying to catch the Sea of Boomers and track down Jake Graff. What a head, baby.
Trying to. Coach Z, good win tonight.
Thank you.
Ely checking over with this guy, Coach Z. Trying to identify Graff. There he is. Yep, Ely was caught. So
I got him. He didn't go Hollywood on us too quick. All right, Jake. Well, you kind of stole the show tonight, yes, but 4 touchdowns. What does that mean to do, not only have such a success like that, but in front of the fans and then after that big week of homecoming?
Well, first off, I want to shout out my linemen. Couldn't do it without my linemen. I had like 3 touchdowns and not get touched. Some I had to work some, but love my linemen. But practice, we have to work harder. We have Elgin coming up. We got to work harder and everything.
And you kind of lead it on to my next question. How do you guys take a win like this and, bring it forward to all these, tougher opponents? You got districts coming up in a few weeks. So how do you take that and build on it?
I mean, we can take it as a W, but we can't go acting dumb around here. We have to go push harder in practice for these harder teams coming up.
All right, Jake. Well, thank you for your time, and good job tonight.
All right, thank you.
Get down there, walking down those steps. Appreciate that as the older man here. We'll see you back up here in a minute. But with that, folks, we hope you enjoyed homecoming this week. Parade was awesome earlier today, and just a great night again to the Boomers. We hope you can come out and support that youth football team tomorrow morning. And again, the Boomers will be on a bye week next week. Will not play; they'll rest up, and we'll be on the road September 19th to take on the mighty Elgin Owls. Begin district play. With that, got to thank Dakota Wagner back at the studios for doing a great job in production, giving us some of those updates. The entire Boomer TV crew, students, Coach Godwin, appreciate y'all. As always, for making everything work as you do. And Mr. Noble, great job tonight, folks. We hope you have an excellent rest of your weekend. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to Woodward Boomer Sports on News Talk Sports Z92. Follow the Boomers all season long on Z92.